Trump as president, please. And we're going to get that very first guest up right now. All right, let's go to get that very first guest up. We got Joe connecting to the live stream. Y'all just make sure that we're following the rules. We have the rules on the screen right now. Oh, the rules to join are you got to be 18 plus, you got to be American, you got to be MAGA, and rule breakers will be permanently banned. So don't become a rule breaker, okay? Don't become a rule breaker. Follow the rules, please. Hey, what is going on? Oh, and they already left. Okay, yo, Xander, appreciate you so much for the $20 over on YouTube Super Chat. That's not nice to you, Xander. Thank you for the $20 there. Show some love to Xander down below. Hello, do you support Trump? By the way, if you don't support Trump, you're gonna be banned. Oh, it's the talking dog. Okay, all right. So you're a troll. I'm just gonna show you what's gonna happen to you and all the other trolls. So this button right here, it says block. I'm gonna go ahead and click that block button, and then I'm gonna click confirm right there. And now, now of a sudden, you'll never be able to see the live again. Moving on to the next guest, guys. Only hop inside of the queue if you're following the rules, please. As it says on screen, there's going to be 0 exceptions to the rules today. So if you break them and you come up here, you're going to get banned. No exceptions whatsoever. Regardless of what your intention is or reason is for breaking the rules, you are going to be banned. No exceptions whatsoever. They're on your phone screen. So what's going on, Nick? Do you support Trump?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
Okay, how do you, Nick?
36 tomorrow, actually.
Okay, yeah, I believe you. You sound over the age of 18. And why the hell do you support the worst president of your life?
I'll be honest. So I totally, I voted for him in his first term. This last election, I actually opted out of voting. But I have supported him. I just, as he has been in office, I'm actually starting to struggle with supporting him. I've been watching your lives and listening to you debate. So I don't know. I'm just kind of on the fence at this point.
Okay, well, I think that was a little bit unclear, but being on the fence is, not always too clear. Let's see if I can maybe get you off that fence and get you running towards my side of the fence. I think that there's a couple things I could say or share here that would help in achieving that goal. If Donald Trump called for the execution of Democrats, would he push you off that fence?
Yeah. So I saw the debate where you had talked to somebody about that, and that
So
had kind of
well, you're still on the fence, so it won't push you off the fence. What's something Trump could do to push you off the fence?
I'm actually a little confused on this big beautiful bill thing. To be honest with you, just looking through what he has done, like the announcement of like taking aid away from people who are trying to achieve.
Can you answer my question though? What's something Trump could do to push you off the fence?
It really just continuing to break American policies.
Just say if
stuff.
Trump did X, then I would be pushed off the fence.
If he continued to break policies and procedures and take stuff away from the American people.
Okay, so if he took something away from the American people, it would push you off the fence. This morning, the Republicans in Congress, under the control of Trump, of course, shot down a health care bill to extend the ACA subsidy, which takes away lower cost health insurance for 45 million Americans in the low and working class, and will now increase their premiums by upwards of 300%. So that's an example of Trump pushing to take something away from the American people today.
Yeah.
So does that push you off the fence?
It really has.
Well, no, this specific, you said if he took something else away from the American people, it pushed you off the fence, and you wanted to even be a fence sitter about Trump. So did that push you off the fence?
From supporting Trump, I'd say yeah. From supporting, there's certain Republican values that I support over Democratic values, such as like, just gun control and all that stuff.
So,
Okay. Well, we're here to talk to Trump supporters. I appreciate you for coming up, man.
Yeah.
And I hope that maybe you could tune into the live stream and maybe learn more about your views because I think that it's a good thing to not be a Trump supporter. And by the way, like the closer we get to the midterms, the more I'll be looking to talk to just Republicans in general. The more we're going to be looking to talk to people with just any Republican view to try to get more people to vote for the Dems come midterms. So, expect to have another conversation with me in the next year, man. What's up? Do you support Trump, Ezzy? Ezzy, if you don't respond in 5, it's you again. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing to your second account. Just the same thing that we did before. We're going to hit the block button, and then we're going to hit the confirm button. And now you're going to have to go make a third troll account because we're just we're not taking the trolls lightly today in the slightest. We're banning every single person that comes up into this live and is trolling. No exceptions whatsoever, just because the rules are right there in front of your face. Hello, do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
And how old are you?
Oh, I'm 36.
36. Fantastic. Well, you're in the right place, ma'am. We're going to have a great conversation about your terrible support for the tyrant. Before we do, let me thank a couple people. Tyler, appreciate you for the $5 over on Venmo, man, who says you left my super chat unread. What are your thoughts on Olive Garden? I think is what you asked. I fucking love Olive Garden, dude. I'm a big Olive Garden fan. Listen, Dean Withers loves Olive Garden. Me and my girlfriend will get a chicken Alfredo with a Frita crispy chicken. We'll split it in two, and we'll each have a meal, and it averages out to $12 per person for a restaurant meal. Oh my God, it's beautiful. W Olive Garden. One other person I'd like to thank here is Elizabeth. Thank you so much for the $20 over on PayPal, who says, I work in the healthcare system and I can confirm premium increase. I've seen those paying $100 to $200 a month, now paying over $2,000. Oh my God, that is theft. Thank you for sharing that with me. Thank you for the $20, Elizabeth. Now, just to clarify here, Riley, what year were you born in?
God damn it, Dean. The Galactic Emperor is going to get you. You know, Trump is the Galactic Emperor. Do you understand? He's the Galactic President.
Watch this. Watch this. Are you ready?
Uh-oh.
This is the ban button for trolling. We're not taking trolls lightly today, guys. We're not taking trolls lightly at all today. Seriously, it's going to be an immediate permanent ban. I'm really sorry that we have to do that to them, but, it's the only way to ensure that we have a somewhat productive life. Hello, do you support Trump?
yes, sir.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 19 now.
Yeah, so why the fuck do you support the worst president of your life?
Because I think the deportation is really good. It's been helping in the town that I live in. There was a lot of immigrants, and they were like overpopulating the streets and everything. And then you see an ICE roll in, they took them all out. So.
What town do you live in?
Well, now it's in Chicago. It's a small town, but I moved back to St. Louis, and then
You live in Chicago?
yeah, I moved.
How about this?
I was in Chicago.
Tell us
Was in Chicago now.
one way that mass deportation materially benefits this country.
Well, there are criminals that do get in, but and I'm not trying to say that everyone that gets in is like a bad person,
So you're saying that materially benefits this country by kicking criminals out? You don't care about crime. You voted for a felon.
I do care about crime.
Okay, then why did you put a felon in the Oval Office?
Because he said he was going to do mass deportations, and he actually stuck to his word. I just trusted it,
Yeah, well, see, the thing is mass deportation doesn't even reduce crime. So first and foremost, undocumented immigrants are 2 to 4 times less likely to commit any and all crimes compared to natural U.S.-born citizens. And then when you deport them from the country, you destroy the economy because they account for 8.4 million of our workers, 11 million of our consumers, and contribute 1.1 through 1.7 trillion dollars to the GDP per year. So when you remove them, you reduce the productive capacities of our companies. All of a sudden, they have less employees to manufacture the goods they sell or to provide the services they sell. And then we have 11 million less people to buy those goods or services, which reduces the average socioeconomic standing of the average American, of course, as well as it therefore in turn increases poverty. And with an increase in poverty, we'll see an increase in crime. So mass deportation increases crime by hurting the economy. And second of all, I think that a lot of the actions taken throughout this mass deportation have been criminal. The fact that we're seeing 3-year-old unaccompanied minors represent themselves inside of an immigration court facing deportation is fucking criminal. The fact that we're seeing college students.
So that was true, right?
Yeah, taken to ICE detention centers 1,000 miles away from
Yeah, I've
where they're
seen
picked
something
up
about
as fucking
that.
criminal. You know, illegally deporting Abrigo Garcia to Sica in El Salvador, where he was beaten and tortured and starved for 3 months, is metaphorically and like literally criminal. So, I mean, there's my counter argument. Mass deportation literally
So,
increases crime by increasing poverty, and mass deportation in of itself is pretty fucking criminal, metaphorically and in many circumstances, literally.
okay, but I do want to say that recently I have been shying away from Trump. I don't know. It's like everything that he's doing recently. You know, he was doing good in the beginning, I believe, and then he just went all downhill with everything going on. Pretty much wanting you to. I joined because I want you to change my mind on it. You know, why
Okay.
should I not support
Why
Trump?
should you not support Trump? So yeah, so we have a fun little game we could play here called where does the line stand?
Yes,
And
sir.
this is where I ask you a lot of questions, and you tell me if you would hold one of these things to be a red line and make you stop supporting any president who's engaged in them. Would you ever support a president who has pardoned domestic terrorists and narco terrorists?
No, sir.
Donald Trump is pardoned domestic terrorists. I consider the J6 rioters that tried to kill cops on the steps of our Capitol, then smeared their shit on the wall inside domestic terrorists. And he pardoned them all, including 172 people that were specifically sent to jail for violent assault on cops. So there's the domestic terrorists. For narco terrorists, he pardoned a prolific ex-Honduran president, DRUG trafficker that brought over 400 tons of the sea drug into America. So he's pardoned domestic terrorists and narco terrorists.
Okay.
So this means, in accordance with your own stance, you're no longer a Trump supporter.
Can you give me some more reasons, please?
Yeah, sure. Would you ever support somebody as president that has sexually exploited women and kids?
No, sir.
Donald Trump's done that too in '05. He went on Howard Stern's radio show April 11th, and he told Howard Stern that when he owned Miss Teen USA and Miss USA, where we had beauty pageant contestants from the ages of 15 to 25 competing or so, that he'd unconsensually barge into their dressing rooms while they had no clothes on, and he'd look at them while they're naked. That's definitionally speaking sexual exploitation, since it's an example of him abusing his position of power as the owner of the pageant over their position of vulnerability, feeling vulnerable enough to take their
And he
clothes off
said
in private
that?
women's only space to look at them while they're naked.
That's weird. He said that?
Yeah, I did say it. We play it on live just about every day. You want to hear it real quick?
I would love to.
For sure, man. Let's go ahead and pull that clip up. In the meantime, guys, make sure that we're double tapping on that phone screen. Shout out this live with a handful of friends, and for everybody who's joined us, thank you for being here. We're still waiting on hearing back on that appeal on the main account. Hopefully, we'll hear back soon.
Okay.
Obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now, tell
Well,
me
I'll
what
tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, I've demonstrated to you how Donald Trump has passed two of your red lines. You said you'd never support somebody as president if they've pardoned domestic and narco terrorists. Prove that that's something Trump has done. You said you never support somebody as president if they sexually exploited naked women and kids. Prove that something Trump has done. So at this point, you really shouldn't consider yourself to be a Trump supporter.
You got a point. Yeah, that was weird. Wow. I was not expecting that. And he just said that on live or something?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, why should I become why should I vote Democrat next?
Well, I mean, we could have that debate the closer we get to the midterms in the next general election. But I mean, the purpose of these lives is just to convince people to stop being Trump supporters. Like for,
that
for
was
now,
kind of a red line right there,
could- Yeah, you could be a Republican and be a Trump supporter. It's possible.
All right. I got a question for you. I mean, well, like, I guess the older you get, would you ever probably get into politics deep and actually start running as a politician? Maybe.
It's a consideration I make. I don't know if I'd do it for sure, but yeah. Do you have any other anything else that you'd like to go over here, or have I successfully convinced you to stop being a Trump supporter?
Successfully, I'd say that was a success. Trump, but Republican kind of still, But I mean, it's all the politicians are weird, man. It's getting ridiculous.
I appreciate you so much for coming up. I'm happy that you're no longer MAGA. And, I'm sure in the next year, the closer we get to midterms, the more debates that we'll specifically be having over why you should be on the left. Welcome in, pool liner person. Do you support Trump? Well, I'm going to give you around 5 seconds to respond. Doesn't look like they're here, so we're going to move on. Guys, if you find yourself in the queue, make sure that you're following the rules that you see on the phone screen right in front of you. We only have a couple rules. You just got to be 18 plus, American MAGA. If you break the rules, you're going to be permanently banned, and there's literally no exceptions to the rules today. Welcome in. Do you support Trump? Hello? GHC Fitness, hello? Certainly not here, so we're going to kick them and move on. All right, moving on to the next guest, we got GS30 loading up in the box. Actually, we got Hannah and GS30 loading up in the box. All right. Hello, Hannah.
I appreciate you, Dean.
I appreciate you for the love, Hannah. I'm not going to ban you. I should ban you. I'm not going to do it, though. Thank you so much for your kindness, Hannah. Guys, please just make sure that we're following the rules, but thank you so much for your kindness. We're going to move on to the next guest. What's up, Thin Line? Do you support Trump?
Yeah, to some extent.
Are you driving?
I am.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not a listed rule on the phone screen, but it is one of TikTok's rules in their terms of service. You can't be driving while you're connected to a TikTok live, so I am gonna have to remove you. Feel free to re-request when you're not driving. We're gonna move on to the next guest right now. Everyone, just give us a moment here to get that next guest loaded up in the box. Everyone, just do be patient. Hello, do you support Trump? Hello? Doghouse is not here. Everybody in the chat says, I think Hannah was crying. I'm seeing that in the TikTok chat and in the YouTube chat. I'm sorry, I didn't pick up on that. Oh, no, I feel bad. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't even pick up on that. Hannah, if you're still watching, I hope that you're doing all right. Yeah, man, I literally didn't even pick up on that.
Dean, is it true that you vape?
Is it true that you're a 15-year-old? Banned. Moving on to the next guest. All right, moving on to the next guest, guys. Make sure if you're in the queue that you're following the rules, please. Thank you so much. Moving on to Support Trump 2028. Here we go, everyone. Dude, just got to give us a minute here. Hello, do you support Trump?
Yes.
And how old are you?
I'm 19.
What year were you born in?
2006.
And is your name serious? Like, you want to support Trump and another go for the presidency in 2028?
Yes, we should all.
Okay, so you obviously, don't care about the Constitution at all, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no, you don't give a fuck about the Constitution. Yeah, who cares about that document? Well, if you don't care about rule and law, a law and order, then why do you support Trump?
Because he has way more power over any left could ever have, and he will actually protect the U.S.
Protect the U.S. from what?
Wars.
Wars? Wait. But all the people that fight in those wars, the military, they take an oath to uphold the Constitution. And if you're telling me that Donald Trump doesn't value the Constitution, I mean, who's to stop Donald Trump from trying to give unconstitutional orders to the military, which would then create a massive, practical issue of the military disobeying the orders of the commander-in-chief rightfully, thereby making our military pretty ineffective.
Can we talk about something else?
Can we talk about something else? Well, tell me, why don't you care about the Constitution at all?
I do care, and Trump is actually the better candidate because Kamala is a woman.
Your name is a constitutional violation.
No, it's not.
Really? Do you know what the 22nd Amendment is?
What?
It's an amendment that says a president can only serve 2 terms. How many? By 2028, how many terms will Trump have served?
2.
Wow. Yeah. So he won't be able to serve a third in 2028, right?
But he's the president.
Well, the president has to abide by the Constitution, including the 22nd Amendment. Article 2, subsection 1 and 2 make that pretty clear.
He's a good person, so.
Through the Supremacy Clause. Do you know what the Supremacy Clause is?
No.
The Supremacy Clause of Article 2 simply just states that all in which is under U.S. jurisdiction must be an obedience and withholding to the Constitution, including the executive branch and the government.
No.
No, yeah, wrong. That is what it says. You could go read it. I mean, just go read. Go Google supremacy clause.
Show me.
I'm not going to show it to you on your screen. I'm going to ask you to go on Google and type in Constitution supremacy clause.
Portion is wrong.
Okay, I'm going to go to kick you. Hello, GS30. Do you support Trump? Hello? All right, they're not here. Moving on to the next guest, guys.
Can you hear me?
And we heard him at the NGS. Hop back in that queue, man. Sorry. You said, hey, right as I was getting ready to move on, bro. Go ahead and hop back in that queue for me. And Jenna, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. Who says, Dean, I missed the breaking news. Did you talk about Kristi Noem and the deported Purple Heart recipient issue? All the love, Dean. Yes, we did briefly talk about that. It's fucking crazy, right? Plus, she lied under oath. She fucking lied under oath. She sat there and she lied under oath. She said that we've never deported anybody that's fought for the American military. And she got called out on her bullshit pretty fucking fast, dude. All right, we're still looking for that next Trump supporter. In the meantime, we're going to go and throw those rules back up on the phone screen. By the way, there's still a likelihood that we'll have some time on the main account today. We submitted an appeal 33 minutes ago and still haven't heard back. Like, holy shit. Hello, Patrick. Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
And how old are you, Patrick?
I'm 19.
Everybody is 19 today. All right. And how many branches of government are there, Patrick?
3. The Hitler and
Okay, well, definitely a Trump supporter. So do keep in mind that a lot of Trump supporters are very racist, hate black people. That's why Trump was saying that Somali individuals are garbage. That's why Maga raised $145,000 for a white woman working at Cinnabon who said, I'm racist, and then screamed the N-word at some black customers. But then they'll turn around and they'll argue that it's just so corrupt to pay $30 a year into food stamps in which keep 42 million Americans fed. So, it's terrible that the right will tell the left that, anti-black racism isn't prevalent, that systemic racism isn't true. But then, they'll be those upholding said systemic racism. They'll be those perpetuating said anti-black racism. Welcome in. Do you support Trump, Jasmine? All right, moving on to the next guest, guys. Hop inside of the queue if you're an American adult that supports Trump as president. We have over 9,000 viewers in the TikTok live stream right now, but we just simply can't find anybody to debate. If you ask me, it's because the Trump supporters are absolutely terrified. If you want to know what the rules are, go ahead and take a look at the phone screen. It says B18 plus American and MAGA. All rule breakers will be permanently banned, no exceptions. Hi, Alex. So you're permanently banned. You'll never be able to see or find my live ever again because you broke the rules. Moving on to the next guest, Kyle, guys. Only hop inside of the queue if you're here to debate. Moving on right now, y'all. What's up, Kyle? Do you support Trump?
Hello.
Hey, do you support Trump?
Yep.
Age?
18.
What year were you born in?
2007.
What month?
July 2nd.
I don't know.
like putting that online though.
Do you have a driver's license?
Not on me at the moment.
I'm not gonna ask.
Why
to see
do you
it.
need to see it?
I'm not gonna ask to see it. But you have one.
Yeah.
Perfect. So when you're driving on a public roadway and there's a dotted yellow line next to a solid yellow line, and you're... he left. And he's banned. All right, moving on to the next guest right now. We're going to get that next guest, Evelyn, connected into the live stream, guys. Make sure that we're following the rules if you happen to be in the queue. If you want to know what the rules are, just take a good look at the phone screen in your hand. Hello, Evelyn. Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir.
Age?
18.
And how long do you expect me to believe that for?
Forever.
Banned. Moving on. A bunch of children! Yay! Wee, fetuses! I'm actually no longer a political commentator. I'm no longer a political debater. I just run a goddamn daycare. Okay? We just run a goddamn daycare here, folks. This is a daycare, everybody. A daycare for little children.
What a loser, bro. You're such a loser, my guy. Big ass fucking loser.
Hey, Justin, I don't know if you're connected to the live. Stop looking in the mirror.
Asking people if they drive yet. You stay at home all day on the fucking computer.
I don't sit at home all day on the computer. Like the first 2 hours of my day are
Bro,
started
I look in the mirror all the time, bro. I look fucking damn fine, bro.
Well, what I was gonna say, I was gonna like insult
Look at you, bro.
I was gonna
Look at you, standing there all day, doing nothing but on a computer, my guy.
The first 2
What
hours
do
of
you
my
do
day are.
to help society, bro? What do you do to help society, man?
Justin, every time I talk, you interrupt.
What do you do to help society? Like, what do you do to help society and everything, bro?
I help people become
I'd like
more.
to know.
I help people become more intelligent and
Look
benevolent.
at that. That's all you do, bro. What do you do to help society besides be on here and be a freaking lousy ass debater?
Justin, your internet's cutting out.
Seriously, bro. Like,
Hey, Justin, your internet's cutting out, my friend. You have a very, very poor connection right now. Please try to fix that. You know, like disconnect, reconnect, go to LT if you have it. If you're already on LT, then reconnect to the Wi-Fi.
okay, how about that, bro? Is that better? I fixed it. Lousy ass debater. That's what you are, my guy.
So I'll tell you what I do to help society. I help people become more intelligent. I help people become better educated. And I help individuals become more benevolent by holding
No, you
more
don't. No, you
ethical
don't.
views.
Nah, bro. Stop the cap. Goddamn, stop the fucking cap,
no
bro.
way
You
cap
don't do shit, but
whatsoever.
stay home.
That's in no way cap whatsoever.
Do you have a driver's license, bro? Okay, let's ask you. Do you got a driver's license?
I do, Justin.
Do you drive a car?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, sure you do. Sure you do, buddy.
I mean, why is that unbelievable?
Why don't you go hit that? Why don't you go hit that vape? Oh, I can't say.
Oh, there's your first restriction, Justin. Can't say that on TikTok. I don't
Remember,
make the
guys,
rules, buddy.
remember, it's not a vape pen, okay, guys? It's his anxiety pen.
Good job, Justin.
You got to get it straight.
Very good, very good. I'm proud of you.
It's his anxiety
I'm
pen.
very proud of you for keeping that in mind, Justin. Now, hey, just real quick, I have 3 people to thank.
It's
Real
a
quick.
fucking pen.
Damien, thank you for the $2
Oh, yeah,
over on
here we
Venmo.
go, guys.
Appreciate you so
can't
much for the
debate.
love.
See, this is what it is.
Thank you for the love, Damien. Troy, thank you for the $1.
Nah, you can't
Charlie,
debate, guys, so
sorry,
he's gotta thank people for money.
Miriam, thank you for the $100 over on PayPal. Holy crap, Miriam!
real-
Thank you so much for your kindness. Miriam with $100.
See, yeah,
Let me
these guys, man.
Let me just read her message real quick. Miriam with $100 says hating. It's
These
Miriam.
people have no lives, bro. And
Just what to
throwing money
say.
is freaking crazy work, bro.
You sound jealous.
Like, no, I'm not jealous, bro, because I work hard for my money. You don't do shit but sit at a computer all day and just beg.
Oh, I don't beg, buddy. I debate, my friend. I'm sorry that people
You're
enjoy
not
what we
debating,
do
bro.
here and
You
change.
don't debate anybody. You're
Well,
like Johnny. You guys don't debate.
I can't debate a rock like you. I mean, it's
And
kind
when-
it's kind of true.
What you say?
I called-
Repeat that?
I said I can't
What'd you call me?
debate a rock like you.
A rock like, oh, wow, okay. Whatever, bro. Go touch fucking grass. Go use your vape pen again, bro. Go use that vape. But apparently that vape ain't doing shit. See, look, there you go. See, I'm commanding. Good boy. Good boy. Now go get yourself a cookie at Wendy's. Now
Well,
with all
actually,
that money
the
that
Wendy's
people...
cookies are pretty good. Why are you, as like a 60-year-old man, calling a 21-year-old a good boy? Especially considering the fact that you have a wife and she's in your profile
Good boy,
picture. What would
good
you
boy.
think about
What?
that?
What? You're a fucking tool, bro. That's
Hey,
why you got no...
If you're a good boy, unmute your mic and speak.
Hey, bro, no girl's gonna want to buy like you that stick at home and beg for money,
Good boy! Good boy, Justin! Oh, good boy. But seriously, I didn't even get to end up thanking Miriam. Miriam, like, seriously, thank you for the $100.
See, there he goes again. Look, you
Thank
gotta
you so
thank
much for the
people
kindness.
for...
Dude,
Man.
she sent me $100. Fucking of course I'm gonna thank her.
Bullshit. Prove it. Show me. Let me see. Prove it.
You okay, if I prove it to
Prove
you,
it.
if I prove it to you, will you thank Miriam for the $100?
No, the fuck I will.
The fuck
She's
you
fucking.
will?
She's a fucking. You know what? For sending you $100. Think about it, bro. RETARD. What does that spell? Something that you are.
Justin.
What? Did I spell what you are, my guy? Did I hit? Did I hit your feelings? Did I hit your little fifis like you guys like to say on here? Oh, hey guys.
Justin, you have like 3 functional brain cells. So I'm gonna quickly.
Guys, I hit his fifis. See, that's why he's got to mute me because I hit his fifis.
Hey Justin, how many continents are there?
I hit your fifis, did I not? Did I, just
many-
admit I hit your fifis.
How many-
when I spelled it out for you?
How many
right?
continents are there?
Does it matter?
Yeah, it really does.
Because this is all you guys fucking ask. You guys ask.
It really matters how many continents there are.
No, it doesn't, bro. No, it doesn't. All that matters is that you've never.
How many are there?
You never stepped a foot outside your door.
How many are there?
It doesn't matter, bro. All that matters is
Take a guess.
No, because I'm not dumbing down to a stupid ass game. Ian, look.
Listen, I'm gonna kick you. But before we do, I gotta
ahead,
thank
kick me,
Shannon for the
retard.
100. Okay.
Kick me.
Yeah,
Kick me.
Justin's crashing out. Shannon, thank you so much for the $100 over on PayPal. Oh my God, Shannon. Yo, show some love to Shannon down below in that comment section for the $100. Holy shit. Thank you so much for the love, Shannon and Miriam, for the $100 each. Thank you both so very, very much. Please show some love to Shannon and Miriam down below in that chat, who both sent $100 over on PayPal. You guys are fucking based, quite frankly. As well as Ivan, thank you for the $1 over on Venmo. Jared with the $5 who says, can you tell Justin to put his pinky in and quit the whining? No, he didn't quit the whining. We had to kick him. He was crashing out hard. Thank you guys so much for the love. Who knew that, a donation could just send a man into the deepest spiral ever observed in the history of the earth, right? That's crazy. Moving on to the next guest here. Welcome back in, sir. We know that you're a Trump supporter. The mic is yours. Tell us why you support the worst president of your lifetime.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Sorry, I was having difficulties earlier. I wouldn't say I'm a Maga supporter, but I would say I definitely am on the right side. And I know you'll probably ask me if I could go back in time. I would say yes, I would vote for Trump.
Yeah, so then you're Maga. Why do you support Trump as president?
I would say I agree with his immigration policies, and then also I wouldn't say I agree with his abortion policies, but mainly immigration, and then basically I side with him on his ideas about transgenders and all of that stuff.
Yeah, well, where do you want to start?
Wherever you want, my friend.
No, wherever you want.
Immigration.
Okay, sure. What's your favorite Trump immigration policy? Make sure that you're specific.
My favorite Trump immigration policy? Yeah, I mean, I don't know policies like you do.
Ooh.
I'm just your average.
Oh, so then
American.
what is, so then, name of the policy aside, what is he doing in the context of immigration that you like? Maybe his mass deportation?
I would say I agree that illegal immigrants shouldn't be in the United States.
I'm so sorry. Before we even address, the immigration policy of Trump's that you're a fan of, I'm looking at your 5th repost here. It is a quick screen grab of a dude doing a get ready with me video for football tryouts, and him putting some type of skincare makeup on his face. And then it pans over to a video of a tractor, and it is overlaid with text that says, "Thank God my dad beat me." Can you explain that one to us?
Not really.
You can't explain it?
I mean, you could watch it for yourself.
Well, I'm just, what is the takeaway there? Is it like, oh, like this guy's gay, and like, thank God, like my dad beat me or else I'd be gay too? Like, I'm genuinely asking, is like that like is that the implication?
You could call it that.
That's really strange. So first and foremost, I don't think that we any left. Yeah, of course he left. I mean, if I was in his shoes, I'd leave too. Yeah, that one's really strange. That one's very strange on like so many levels. On like so many levels, that one is like weird, strange, and wrong. And we were just gonna unpack that. We were just gonna unpack all those levels, but he left. So it's funny because he is pro child abuse. But the moment you commit a federal misdemeanor that's victimless and actually helps this country, as undocumented immigrants do, you need to be kicked out of the country. Brock, what the hell are you doing?
Hey, buddy. I just want to know, I'm not really looking to talk to you much right now. I just wanted to see if I could pray for you.
You want to pray for me?
You want to pray? The conversations I've had with you, I feel like the conversations haven't very been very I haven't been able to change your mind on much stuff, and it's been sad to me, and I feel like you really need to start thinking about Jesus and how you got here, how everyone got here, how everything formed. Do you know how he made the universe just for you?
Last night at 7:11 p.m. Mountain, you sent me a message saying your brain and muscles will always remain inferior to mine. Remember that, bud.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that kind of like antithetical to like pro-Jesus messaging?
No, it was because I made a post, and it was a screen grab from one of the times I think I talked with you. And I did seriously look massive in it. So, I mean, I'm definitely bigger than you, and I do think I'm smarter, but...
Whoa, no way. Jesus would disagree, bro. I think if Jesus was here, he'd look at my bicep, disagree that I'm bigger than you, and Jesus would disagree that you're bigger than me. If Jesus were to moderate a Maga off, okay, I think Jesus would select me as the true victor, okay?
Can you let Gage in, and we'll both pray for you? And then we'll just leave. I mean, I don't really want to talk to you right now. I mean, you've kind of just been disingenuous the whole time.
I've been disingenuous? Last time we spoke, I literally got two PhD scientists up here to talk to y'all. And that was the most genuine thing I could ever do.
Yeah, but they didn't know they were just lying to us. I mean, they were making claims about how...
truth.
Seriously, like, come on. Can you get a real scientist, maybe like Neil deGrasse Tyson? Get him up here. Let me speak to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Maybe he'll help change my mind. I have no idea who that person was.
Okay, Brick and Gag.
Brock and Gage.
Jordan Peterson. I would get Jordan Peterson up here.
Okay. Brick and Gag. You said that you guys wanted to pray for me. Take it away.
Gage, do you want to lead it, or shall I?
Lord Father Almighty, please pray for this young Dean Withers. He's clearly misguided in his events on planet Earth. He doesn't know what he's preaching about. He's just preaching hateful speech over and over and over again. He doesn't know what side he's really on. He thinks that he's for the good, but he's not. He's preaching derogatory speech all the day. He thinks that a man can be a woman, which is not true. He is a hateful person. He's a misguided person, and he needs help. Amen, Holy Father.
Amen. I think the main issue there, Dean, is just the fact that you don't even know who you are yet as a person. I think you're still soul searching, trying to figure out who you are. And I think you're misguided, and I really do think you actually need the Jesus in your life.
Okay. Help me find Jesus. Name.
Got to read the Bible.
Name.
You can open up the Bible and go to church.
What is your favorite passage of the Bible that I could read to find Jesus?
Love thy neighbor.
No,
John 18:20 maybe.
John 18:20. Does John even have 18 books in it?
I think it's John 18:20. Let me check.
Isaiah 26.
So what is John 18:20?
It's do not hold on to me, for yet I have not ascended to the Father. He basically teaches I have spoken openly to the world, and I have always taught in synagogue and the temple. And he will never teach anything to anyone blindly. He will always teach the same thing to everyone. He'll let everyone know the same thing. He will not hold secrets from anyone.
Okay.
And that's what
treat
I'm trying to basically
equal,
do for you.
Love thy neighbor. So if you love thy neighbor, I just want to make sure that you guys do love trans people, right?
I love I don't care. I mean,
we
love they want to do whatever. I don't care.
So you love gay people?
Yeah.
Yeah, you love Joe
Maybe.
Biden?
I don't love him.
Is he gay?
Is Joe Biden gay? No, I don't think so.
We think he was a really bad president.
If he was gay, would you love him?
He was a horrible president. He most likely probably had. I don't want to say anything.
If
he probably did. He engaged in the sorts.
If Joe Biden was gay, would you love him?
Yeah, I don't care. Whatever, dude.
Sure, bro.
Okay.
Do you know Kamala Harris though?
Oh, I have a question. If Brock, if Gage was gay, would you love him?
Yeah,
obviously he would.
Yeah. Gage, if Brock was gay, would you love him?
Obviously.
You guys would really love each other if you both were gay?
Dude, what are you saying?
Good. I'm just simply ensuring here that like you really do hold.
You need to grow up a little bit. You need to seriously grow up a little bit, and that's why
you need to grow up, read the Bible, and find Jesus.
What? No, I'm just saying.
You're making
I'm
jokes
saying,
about
like, No, I'm not. No, I'm not making a joke. I'm just saying like it is. I just want to ensure that you guys like truly.
Yeah, well,
like,
we're both
love
straight cisgender men. Did you know that?
You're childish.
What am I? Wait, what did I say that was childish?
You make jokes about this.
Specifically, what did I say that was childish?
You just made a joke about this.
Listen, you're making a joke that we're homosexual.
What?
Yeah, and you might have people in the chat who are a part of that community, and you're like dragging them through the mud.
You're offending
by
them.
making that joke.
Wait,
You're offending these people.
I literally didn't make a joke. I said if Joe Biden was
Okay,
gay, would you still
whatever.
love
Well,
him?
guess what? I'm
You
a
said
straight
yeah.
cisgender man.
So
I don't
then I was
care.
like, what about if
Whatever.
like you
both
two were
straight.
gay? Would you still love one another?
Yeah, I wouldn't care, dude.
Okay, right. That wasn't a joke.
But
it was
you
like
know what
a
I don't
genuine
like?
question.
I don't like devils. I don't like Satan. I don't like devils. And do you know Kamala
You don't
Harris?
like the left.
Oh, fuck!
You wanna pull
Yeah,
up Google
you
right
saw
now,
the
Lily?
bag! God, dude, you were doing so good for like literally 3
How?
seconds. You were doing great for 3 fucking seconds.
I don't like the devil. And God doesn't like the devil either.
Okay, and Kamala Harris is the devil.
It's definitely a part
Do you
of
want
them.
to pull up the video right now on the back of your screen? You can literally see the person that when they turned it into high D quality res or something, you can literally see the person in the background of her thing.
It's literally
turning into a
on
demon.
X.
No, seriously.
You guys
I'll go to
lasted
Google right now.
like 30 seconds without being crazy.
Wait, let me show you. I have camera
Okay,
access
go
now. I
on
can
Google.
show you this. Real
Okay, okay. So we actually just got our main account back. So we're all gonna move back over to the main account now. Do you guys
Brock,
want?
flex on him.
No. I don't have to do that anymore.
No.
I've already showed him.
We
he knows.
just
I
got
made
our-
a post about it.
We just
He
got our
knows.
main account back, so we're gonna all head over to the main account. Do you guys want to follow us and you could convince us all that Kamala Harris is like
Yeah, I'm pulling up the
devil?
video for you right now.
Okay, all right. Main account. 1 second. At its.
I'm gonna pull up the video for you right now.
All right, for everybody watching, including you two, we're going to go ahead and head back over to our main account on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, don't go anywhere. You'll just stay with us. Right now, we're in our second account because our main account got banned, but we did just get our main account back. So, like, literally, for the 11,000 people hanging out with us in here, if you want to listen to, Dumb and Dumber.
Demons in her right.
Christ is King. Christ is King. Jesus is Lord. Jesus loves you. Oh, you guys, you're at the wrong rally. That's the first one. Kamala Harris literally says that.
Yeah, can I tell you why she said that?
Hold on. I'm not done showing you. Look at this video next.
Okay, can you just send me the link to the video so I could get it up on the big screen?
What happens to that person's face? Why does his eyes roll in the back of his head?
He
What's that?
transforms.
Can we? Okay.
What is that? No, seriously.
Where can I find this video myself so we could get it up? On the
What
big
is
screen?
that?
What the heck?
Dude, just share. It is literally small. It's in a box on your phone screen. Where can I find the video online so I can
literally just go to Google. Hey,
I'm on
buddy,
Google.
go to Google.
I'm on fucking Google.
Yeah, look up Kamala Harris demon transforms in background.
Come on.
You ready to get fucking schooled?
Why does that pull something up?
Okay, and then the next
what
one you can look
happens.
up for Kamala Harris says we don't want you here to Christians. Why would Kamala Harris say we don't want you here to Christians?
It pulled up a YouTube short. Let's watch this together, everybody. Let's watch this together.
I don't know if it's going to be the correct one, okay?
Here we go.
Demons manifesting at Kamala Harris's rallies. I am not overreacting. This is wild. Watching the video that I'm about to share with you. It's pretty disturbing. You're going to see a demon literally manifest at one of her rallies. Check this out.
Here it comes.
What the heck is
good
that?
God. What is
And
even
that happens-
happening there?
Look. They put it in infrared. Look. No, this is not fucking funny, dude. What the heck is that? No, seriously, do you see that? I'm not joking. Seriously, dude. This is like making my heart fucking flutter.
I'm actually scared.
No surprise there that those are the type of people that are showing
And
up
that's just one of them
to
that
Kamala
happened.
Harris's.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times that has happened to her multiple different times? It feels like my heart is hurting her now. Do you know that?
It's like a gathering place for demons.
Oh my god! You guys are so brain rotted. Your brains
How?
are fucking mush.
Explain
are you
it.
joking?
Explain it.
You want? Okay, I'll explain it. What do you want me to explain?
How did he
How they
transform into a demon?
transform into a demon?
So there's a couple
Go on.
leading
Come on.
hypotheses. Okay, one of the leading hypothesis would be that is a type of camera artifact. Okay. It was small,
it's an
it was
artifact.
blurry, it was in the background, and there's some type of camera artifact that left the pupils of his eyes not visible by the camera because of a light reflection, so on and so forth. A second plausible theory here would just be that the video was fucking edited to fool idiots like you two. A third
Yeah, okay.
possible theory here is that guy's one of those people that could like control their eyes and stick them both out to the sides. There's a couple people who could do that. And he was just at the Kamala Harris rally having fun. So he started, crossing his eyes, doing a bunch of crazy shit. And then, your takeaway is that he was a literal demon.
He's having fun at the Kamala Harris rally.
Yeah, just having fun. Or it's just fucking edited. Wait, and he also said
It's
that
a lot more
you guys
likely
found that
he's
video.
a demon.
Wait, you also said that you guys found that video scary?
I did, yeah. There's demons on Earth. That doesn't fear you? Like, yeah, dude, get it out of here. Stop. Look, he doesn't even have a mouth. Like, look, that is not natural.
He's coming for you.
Look at his eyes.
He's coming for you. He's coming for you, Gage.
Of course the demon.
Gage,
of course the demon would be at Kamala
Gage, he's
Harris.
coming for you. You're done, buddy. He's coming for you. He's coming for you.
Since you don't believe in the Bible.
No. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Because I accept Satan.
Oh, he's not.
I accept Satan as my king because I'm one of those terrible atheists.
I have God.
He's coming for you.
He's coming for you,
Look
buddy.
at you. He's coming for you. He's working his way. He's working his way to you. Oh my God! He's gonna get you.
Get him away from me. Get him away. Stop it. No, he's coming for you because you don't have God to protect you. Guess who does? Me.
Okay.
I pray. I wear a cross.
So all of the children that die from cancer didn't have God to protect them?
No, that's really unfortunate that happened. So I don't know what the man above is doing to make that happen. I don't like that.
So when you don't die, God is protecting you. When you do die, right, God still loves you, and that was just an unfortunate natural occurrence.
He has a plan. I don't know.
Yeah, so, it's part of the plan.
I don't know his plan.
Yeah, that was
somehow.
Do you know what just happened?
What just happened?
This
Brick?
is crazy.
What just happened? What's crazy?
Brock, stop calling him Brick.
Whoa, my bad, bro.
As I'm explaining this to you, I got a phone call from a random number. And nothing picked up on the other line. It was like they were trying to literally get me off fucking topic of what I was talking about. And I'm not even joking.
You know what it was? You know what it was?
No, I'm serious. I had a text.
No, stop it.
Yeah, turn that off.
Knock that shit off.
God.
No, I'm not even joking. What the hell was that? I seriously just got a phone call from some random number, like it was the government telling me I had to stop.
The demon was calling you. The demon was
They're
calling
trying
you.
to get you off their tail.
No, the demon was calling
dude,
you, Brick.
You're
the
an
demon
asshole,
was
dude.
calling
Seriously,
you.
you're an
I'm
asshole.
sorry.
With you and all your little fans.
I
you don't know anything about politics.
I didn't make the
come up here
demon
and
call
grift all
you.
day.
I didn't make the demon
You
call
brought it up. You're the one that kept showing it on screen. You probably did. Stop it. It's not funny when it's real.
Yeah, so did you end up explaining what it was, or is your brain too small to understand that there's actually something called extra? Okay, let me tell you another thing. Let me tell you one more thing.
Wait, 1 second. I'm sorry. Hey, Brick, shut up. I got a grift. Ashley, thank you for the $10 over on PayPal.
Dude, this guy's an idiot.
He says, I think Dumb and Dumber are actually funny, but they
This
can't
guy's
be
an
serious.
idiot.
This has to be a bit. It's like we all want to think that it's a bit because of how dumb they are, but like I don't
You're
know.
a
Thank you for
fucking
the
idiot.
$10, Ashley. David, thank you for the $50 over on PayPal. Oh my God, David, thank you for the love. Let's get 500 David W's. David with a $50 says, I'm paying you to dismiss Dumb and Dumber. They can't be real. They shouldn't be scared of demons if they're Christians. Yeah, because God's going to protect them. I literally just got paid 50
Yeah, but why the hell
fucking-
are you putting
I
it
just
up on the
got- I
screen
just got
for everyone
paid.
to watch over
I
and
just,
over
I
and
just
over
got paid $50 to kick you guys. Alexis, thank you for the $10. Who
along.
says, I love Brick and Gag. Though they are dumb, they are my favorite couple. Thank you for the $10,
We're not a
Alexis.
couple.
Julie, thank you so much for the $25 over on PayPal. Who says, Brick's brain is possessed by a stupidity demon. Thank you for talking to these idiots for us. Thank you for the $25, Julie. Let's show some love to David. Let's show some love to Julie. Thank you so much for your guys' kindness. Please show some love to all of
You're
those
a fucking
donating down below in
asshole.
that comment section. Ansgar, thank you for the $5. And then Jacob, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you. Then Paul with a $4.
Dude, you're an asshole.
I'd also like to thank Sunny for the $10. He says, absolutely dying at Gawk psyching themselves out. Yeah, and they say, word the dramatic ones, dead ass. And then Alana, thank you for the $5. over on PayPal. Thank you so much for the love, Alana. Nina with a $20 on Venmo, who says, Dean the demon? Nah, bro, I'm literally a demon, okay? That's me in that video.
you're
Thank you for the
just an asshole.
$20,
You
Nina.
are.
John
You're
with the
just an
$5,
asshole.
Katie with the $5, Madison with the $5, John with another $10, who says, the most religious and hateful people can be complete idiots. Dead ass, John. Thank you for the $10.
Yeah,
and then
nice.
Catherine
Thanks,
with the
bro.
$10 too. Thank you guys. Please show some love to
Moron.
all of our donors down below in that comment section. Make sure to show them some massive
See, a
love.
demon literally manifested.
Whoa.
Here it comes. Turn it off.
I didn't even turn it on.
Oh,
No, I didn't.
go.
Listen,
I didn't even turn it on.
No,
I'm
seriously,
trying to turn it off. I can't turn it off. I can't turn it off. I'm trying to turn it off. I can't turn it off. I didn't even turn it on.
Oh,
I can't
shit.
even. What do I do? What did I?
Turn it off.
I didn't even turn it on.
Knock it off.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Look at his eyes.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! There we go. Oh.
Stop. It's not
I got
funny.
it to turn off. Oh my god! I didn't
This
even
is what
turn
you
it
should be
on.
looking at instead.
I
This
didn't
is what
even-
you should be looking at instead.
Guys.
This is what you should be looking at instead.
Guys.
Now, real quick, let me
Guys.
explain this to you.
I didn't
let me
even turn it
explain
on.
it to you.
I couldn't turn it off.
You're probably just lying.
No, bro.
We have the power of Jesus. I don't
No,
think
bro.
it's not stupid enough to attack us.
Let me explain this to you. Do you know what three-dimensional is? Do you know what three-dimensional is?
Yeah, an X, Y, and Z axis.
So, are humans three-dimensional creatures?
We live in a three-dimensional reality.
Okay, so that's what our reality. Have you ever heard of fourth-dimensional? Can we see fourth-dimensional creatures?
Things like Jesus are fourth dimensional.
Wait, so Jesus wasn't living in our reality?
At
He's
one
above
point in
it.
flesh and bones, he was, but that's the spirit that
so
they
is he
put into his body.
three-dimensional or
His spirit came
four-dimensional?
down. His flesh was
He's both.
three-dimensional.
He's Jesus.
But overall, his spirit is outside of that. Do you not understand that?
I don't think I do. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
We're third-dimensional creatures. If you were to draw something on a piece of paper, like a little stick-a-man, a little stick figure, it would be two-dimensional. We can see two-dimensional. We can see one-dimensional. We can see 3D, but we can't see fourth-dimensional creatures. So what happens when there's a creature out there somewhere far away in the universe that's way smarter than you, and it happens to be a fourth-dimensional creature, but you can't see it? Does that mean that it could technically be in your room right now, standing behind you, and you couldn't tell?
Well, if
Yeah,
they
the answer is yes.
If they were
The
standing,
answer is yes. The answer is yes. The answer is yes.
Okay.
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 So what happened? So does that not prove spirits and souls and the devil?
Wait, what?
Think about it.
Slow it down and repeat the argument, but just be super slow and clear.
Let me show you something. Let me show you something.
Also, how would Jesus have protected Trump from that bullet if he's not fourth dimensional?
1 second.
This is a stick figure. Okay.
Yeah. Did you
You know
draw
what
that?
that is? It's two-dimensional.
Wait, can you draw your own stick figure, please? For the demonstration, draw your own.
Hold on. Let me find a piece of little paper.
Draw your own stick figure, please. Good. Okay. Perfect.
He probably draws better than you.
Well, we'll see. That's a really terrible circle. Yeah, well, God. Oh, my God. What are you... Oh, my God. You are butchering the fuck out of that stick figure.
It's better than yours.
Nope. Turn the paper over. Try again. Dead ass.
Look. Okay. No.
Turn it over. Try again. That was
I can't.
fucking terrible.
I can't show you what's on the other side of this paper. This is my medical records. Let me find a different piece of paper.
You're drawing on your medical records?
Yeah, because I don't need it anymore, but I don't want to turn around and show you what it is.
Okay. All right. Well, I just need I need a better stick figure, please.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, watch. Hold on.
Why is the paper so crumpled?
Because I just pulled it out of my drawer. Dude, you're kind of an asshole. Okay, ready? This is a stick figure,
Wait,
okay?
can we name the stick figure before the demonstration continues?
Yeah, I'll name him
Gag.
Name him
Dumbass
Dipshit
Dean.
Dean.
Dumbass Dean.
No, well, I mean,
Dumbass. Oh, I guess this is Peen. Dumbass Peen.
you don't know how to spell my name. That's great.
Okay, so we have Dumbass Peen here. He's a stick figure. He's two-dimensional.
Well,
two-dimensional.
well,
Okay.
well, I mean, one could argue because of
Now,
the wrinkles
let me
in the
draw
paper is
you-
slightly 3D. Just saying, but I mean,
Nope. The drawing itself. Now let me draw you a three-dimensional object. Oh, I got restricted.
Bye-bye, Brock.
Gag, your buddy just got banned for disrespecting me. All right.
No, he got banned. He got banned because TikTok are sissies.
Is he going to come back on another account, or should we move on?
I don't know. Let me telegram him.
Telegram. Okay, we'll give him like 3 minutes here to show us his quick argument for God with the use of a stick figure, 3-dimensional square, and so on and so forth, and then we're gonna move on. I do want to allow him to try to just finish the demonstration, though. I feel like that's only fair. Once the demonstration is over, we are gonna go ahead and move on.
Yeah, I get it, but I sent him while I'm waiting for him to respond. I got a question for you about fourth dimensions.
Okay, what the fuck?
When Jesus saved Trump from that bullet, if he's not fourth dimensional, how did he do it without being there?
What? Okay, well, so first of all, you're pre-assuming that Jesus saved Trump from being hit from that bullet.
I'm not assuming. How else would it have happened?
I'd argue that we have good reason to reject that Jesus saved Trump from being hit with that bullet, because that bullet inevitably hit a firefighter that was then killed in front of
Which
his
is
family.
really sad.
So if Jesus saved Trump, then Jesus killed Corey Composure.
No, he didn't mean to do that.
Wait, Jesus
He just meant to save him.
Wait, Jesus unintentionally and accidentally killed somebody, so Jesus isn't all-knowing, intentional in everything he does, and perfect.
Oh, he is. He can still mess up, though, dude.
Wait, no, he can't, because he's perfect.
He is perfect, but that doesn't mean he's immune to flaw.
That does mean that he's immune to flaw. So would we
No, it
expect
doesn't, dude.
a perfect free throw shooter to ever miss a free throw?
I mean, yeah, probably occasionally.
No, because then they wouldn't be perfect.
They're still perfect, bro.
What is it even? What is
He's
perfection
never watched.
even mean?
He's never played a sport in his life. Don't listen to. Don't
Probably
listen to
hasn't.
What define perfection?
Jesus
When you're
Christ.
practically near perfect.
Okay. All right. So Brock, go ahead and finish your demonstration.
So first off, I want to say whoever got my video taken down on my other account for community guidelines violation,
you're an
you
asshole.
guys are babies. Like, grow up, seriously. So
We're trying to follow the demonstration here, but what is going on?
Oh, is it too much for your little brain to handle?
okay, so this is the two-dimensional creature.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a three-dimensional object. Okay.
Well, it's a
This is something
two-dimensional
that would be
represent-
out of our realm of comprehension. A fourth-dimensional object, you can't understand it. It's going everywhere. Okay.
What?
This is what you can't comprehend. This is what you can't see. So it doesn't mean anything because it exists outside of your realm of knowledge. Do you understand that? Just like Jesus, just like God, just like being
God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit.
If you can't understand
Now, seriously,
God,
whoever got my video taken down on my other account, I don't like you.
so if you can't understand God, then how do you understand that He exists?
Because we've read
We
the
have a
Bible.
whole bunch of. It's the only religion out there that has these amount of scriptures, these amount of basically scientific facts pointing towards it. They have a whole bunch of Paul. They have the book of Paul. They have the book of all this
The book
stuff.
of Paul?
They have the book of everything. Paul
Wait.
is the person in the book basically narrating it.
But the book,
Dude, you don't get it, dude.
Book of, I don't think that Paul's a book in the Christian Bible.
No, I misspoke. Sorry, there is no book of Paul. There is no book of Paul. Paul is basically the narrator. Paul is basically the guy you can
Paul's
trust.
not the narrator, Brock.
Wait, so Paul wrote the book of Luke?
No.
No? So, yeah, exactly.
There's a whole bunch of different books, dude.
Okay. Well, you know
What
what?
about this one, though?
Okay, what are you doing? I don't even know what you're pointing towards. Thank you two for joining
It's
us.
the apostle.
I'm going to make sure that I pray for you guys. Everybody make sure to get your prayers in tonight for them too. I mean, what a great argument, honestly. I think that was a fantastic demonstration of the the greatness of the human mind. What we all just watched. So that was a 10 out of 10. Thank you very much for that. We're gonna go to throw the rules up on screen, folks. Make sure if you find yourself in the queue that you're following those rules. They're very simple. You just got to be 18 plus, American MAGA. All rule breakers will be permanently banned. There's exactly 0 exceptions to these rules that I'm willing to accept. So if you find yourself in the queue and you're not following the rules, leave now, else risk being permanently banned by my account. We're gonna move on to the next guest right now, y'all. Please make sure.
Dirty black
Fuck you,
Please
Dean
make sure
Wizard.
that we're
You're
following
a
the
dirty
rules.
black fucking.
We have, of course, Joseph coming up here, dropping the N-word, hard R multiple times. That is what we can expect out of Trump supporters. Trump supporters can be incredibly racist, everybody. There's a lot of people in MAGA that hate black people, are incredibly racist. We were talking about this yesterday. They raised $145,000 for a racist white lady that slurred black employees. But then when it's about paying $30 a year into food stamps, they think that we need to cut them all off. So a lot of people in the MAGA movement really hate black people. Trump's making this clear too. That's why he called Somali Americans garbage. Hello, do you support Trump? You have 5 seconds. Okay, and yeah, they're gone. We're going to move on to the next guest, guys. Please follow the rules. They're literally in the middle of the phone screen. Everybody, they're literally in the middle of the phone screen. Couple people I'd like to thank here. Yo, Hunter, thank you so much for the $100 over on YouTube. Oh my God. Hunter with $100 says, these guys are so blasphemous, it's angering me greatly. Ask them if they know the Beatitudes. No looking them up or the first woe of the Pharisees. No fucking way, Hunter. They couldn't even name a verse in the Bible. I tried to do that with them the last time they came on. I asked them for their favorite Bible verse. They literally couldn't name one. But I do really appreciate you for the $100, Hunter. Y'all, while we're looking for that next Trump supporter to come up here and give us a piece of their mind, please make sure that you're showing some love to Hunter down below in that comment section. Also, show some love to Elena down below in that comment section for the $20 on Super Chat, who says, hey, caller, the one who got you taken down wasn't TikTok, it was Satan. He must be watching you. Speak to Dean. Yes! Brick, if you're still tuning in, Satan got you taken down. Now we're still looking for that next guest. You know, honestly, guys, if you want to know what I think is crazy, is the fact that we could have close to 13,000 live viewers and still not be able to find one singular Trump supporter to come up here and debate me. So, thank you. Thank you so much for being absolutely terrified. All of the MAGA viewers, I appreciate it greatly. Really helps improve my point. Welcome in, Joey. Are you following the rules? Do you support Trump?
So, I do support Trump. I just kind of wanted to give you a backstory.
How old are you?
Man, so 2 weeks before Charlie Kirk passed away, so I own a roofing company. So Charlie Kirk was actually giving a speech at Win the Storm in Dallas. I took a photo with him as a person. He's a nice person. I would say he's a, normal human being in that aspect.
Okay, just keep in mind, we're not here to talk about Charlie Kirk. We are just here to talk about why you support Trump.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say that. From the opposite end, I support how you argue. I was just going to give you a compliment on that.
Well, I appreciate that, man. That's very kind of you. So why do you support Trump?
All right, man. That's it. I just want to say, from the other side, I respect how you argue because you don't.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for your kindness, Joey. Now, if you ever do decide that you want to debate, please do hop back in that queue. I'd love to talk to you, love to debate you, Joey. But right now, we are just looking for debates, everybody. So make sure that you're following the rules. What's up, Candace? Do you support Trump or are you following the rules?
I'm following the rules.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 19.
And what year were you born in?
2007.
Okay, and you're a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Wait, 2007? You can't be 19 and born in 07.
Yes, I can.
No, you could be 18. You can't be 19.
I'm turning 19. That's why I said it.
I don't believe you. We're going to move on to the next guest, guys. Only hop inside of the queue if you're following the rules. Like, deadass, if you break the rules, you're going to get banned. You're going to get fucking banned, quite frankly. God dang, you guys are going crazy over on the Venmo and the PayPal. Let's try to get that next Trump supporter loaded up in here. Once we do, I have a bunch of very, very kind people to thank. Very kind people to thank. We'll go ahead and start now. Thank you, Jesse, for the $10 on Venmo. He says the fourth dimension is time. I mean, that's what a lot of people can speculate it to be. Thank you for the $10, Jesse. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you for the $10. Hello, do you support Trump?
Yeah.
How old are you?
18.
What year were you born in?
You have a big old fat bussy, don't you?
And banned. Moving on to the next guest, guys. We got Kyle Ashley loading up into the box, y'all. Maga's fucking terrified of me. Low-key, high-key. Very terrified. I'd also like to thank Shelby for the $5, who said Indiana voted down redistricting. Let's go. Thank you for the $5, Shelby. Thank you for letting me know. Kirsten, thank you for the $5 as well. He says, oh, we got Doodle Bob up in here. Mihoy Minoy. That was a fire episode. Kyler, thank you so much for the $5 on Venmo. And John with a 10. Thank you so much for the love, John. Show some love to John down below in that comment section. Havid, Thank you for the $5. She says more conspiracy doofs. Please, this shit has me rolling. Yeah, they're fucking gone now. They're crazy though. Then Jesse, thank you for the $5. And Tiffany, thank you for the $15. Tiffany with the $15 says, I'm calling you out, Dean, on episode 244. You said that you'd get more Christmas decorations every week. Oh, I totally forgot about that. I've definitely not done that yet. Thank you so much for calling me out, Tiffany. Okay, I'll have to do that. We're going to be doing that soon. We're going to be getting more Christmas decorations for the studio very, very soon. Thank you for reminding me of that, Tiffany.
Dean with us 2040. Dean, I love you. You're my... Together we are
TikTok Yo! Oh my God! Cat! Thank you! Thank you so much for the goddamn TikTok universe! Bro! Dude, Cat. Holy crap. Cat, you have been showing up in here like nearly every single day, and you have been dropping the craziest levels of love. I want every single person watching on TikTok and on YouTube to please show some love to our TikTok.
Yo, all I wanted to say was, I am a Trump.
To our TikTok donor, Miss Cat. Thank you so much for the love, Cat. You are like incredibly kind. That is fucking nuts. Thank you so much for your kindness. Everybody watching, please show some love to Cat down below. Thank you. We're still looking for the next Trump supporter to join us. It's turned into a very difficult task. We're going to continue to try to find somebody.
You know, you're a real nigger, boy. I'll rape you.
So, yeah, by the way, we've had 5 Trump supporters come up here and, like, stream the N-word, like, threaten to grape me. We haven't had one Trump supporter come up here and just give an argument. The most unhinged group of people alive is Maga. They're violent. They're racist. Okay. They want to harm you. They want to hurt you. And that's one of the reasons why I come on here every day is to expose that. Is to expose that MAGA is violent. To expose that MAGA is racist. Right. And the evidence is just everything you've heard on the stream so far today. Genson, welcome in. Did you come up here to be violent and very racist like the other Trump supporters of the day and cast a terrible negative light over the president and the MAGA movement? Or are you going to give me, like an argument for why he's a good president?
No, I genuinely want to talk to you. And that last dude, that was bullshit. It
wasn't just the last dude. It's been like every other Trump supporter of the day.
Really?
Yeah. So you are a Trump supporter?
I've been kinda and kinda not. Hang on, can I I'm in my truck right now. I'm about to park. I'm in a parking lot. You kicked me the other day because I was driving, but I'm in a parking lot trying to find my parking spot.
Okay. Well, honestly, you could have just gone without saying that on live, but you just park real quick, okay? We'll try to find somebody else in the meantime, guys. If you're in the queue, make sure it's because you're following the rules. We're gonna go to throw him on mute until he's found a parking place. The rules are in front of your phone screen right now, so please make sure that you're following them. God is Great 2005. Do I still have you here? Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
How old are you?
20.
Okay. You know what, Genson, just because I could still hear you driving, feel free to hop back in that queue. I just can't have you on live while you're driving. I don't want to risk a live ban. So, yeah, why do you support the worst president of your life?
I support him because the Democrats is the one why the government shut down.
The Democrats are the reason why the government shut down.
Yes.
Okay, and how did the Democrats shut the government down? Why was it that their responsibility? You went on pause. You have to remain on the live in order for us to hear you.
I said you guys, we directed the 3 times we invited you to the table.
What year were you born in?
What do you say, sorry?
What year were you born in?
2005.
Okay, and what time is it?
It's 5:30 p.m. EST.
Okay, yeah, I trust you. Sounds good. I trust you. All right. So you said that the Republicans brought the Democrats to the table. Well, the thing is that the Republicans were unwilling to concede on one thing that the Democrats were just simply not willing to sign into law. And that one thing was the lack of an extension to an ACA subsidy that, if expired, will increase the premiums for people on Medicaid through the Affordable Care Act by upwards of 300%. So you should honestly be shaking the hand and thanking every single Democrat in Congress that refused to vote for, the expiration of that ACA subsidy, that refused to vote for an increase in premiums for 45 million Americans by upwards of 300%, that refused to vote for an unprecedented level of a lack of affordability for the living costs and experiences of the average American. They were the patriots. They were the good ones, and they were fighting the evil corruption of the GOP, who wanted to defund Medicaid by $900 billion, did that through the big beautiful bill, and then wanted that subsidy to expire so then they could take more money and further enrich themselves in the top 1%.
Okay. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, you take care. Okay,
You too.
Genson. So just to clarify here, if you were teleported back in time to last November, knowing everything that you do now, who'd you vote for?
Honestly, I probably wouldn't vote.
Well, Genson, I appreciate you for coming up, man. We are just kind of looking for people that like still do kind of support Trump, even like the fence sitters. And like fence sitters like would include people that like kind of sort of support Trump, but don't really know. But because if you're teleported back, you want to vote for Trump, seems like you're already in a better place than the people who I'm looking to for these conversations. We're gonna go to get that next guest loaded up in here right now. Grace, thank you for the $1 over on PayPal. Rachel, thank you for the $5. I appreciate that, Rachel. Show some love to Rachel down below in that chat, as well as Gamer Noodle and Alana. Appreciate you guys for joining the Dean Team Dream Team over on YouTube. A couple others I'd like to thank as well. Thank you, Vanessa, for the $25, who says, here's $25 for some of those Christmas decorations. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go out today and buy a bunch of decorations with that donation. Thank you so much, Vanessa. I'd also like to thank Harold for the $10. Appreciate you so much for the love. Thank you, Harold. Kara, thank you for the $15. Who says, Dean, thank heavens you survived that demon attack. I was so scared for you, bro. That shit was comedy fucking gold, bro. Thank you so much for your kindness, seriously. I'd also like to thank Charlie Miriam with the $25. Thank you so much for the love, Miriam. Saying please use the $25 for 2 exorcisms on them. Yes, they have demons inside of them. And then with another $25, that's a total of $50. Thank you for the $50, Miriam. Dude, all right, while we're hopping into this next debate with the next Trump supporter, guys, please show some love to Miriam for the $50 down below in that comment section. And then Stephanie, thank you for the $10, who says, thank you for starting my Friday with a good laugh by entertaining these bonkers guests. Yeah, gag, Brick and Gage, they're a little bit much, but they definitely can be funny at times. And I don't even think they know it. What's up, Mackenzie? Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Age right now, please. Yeah, she left. Oh my God, guys. Brick sent me a DM. Brick sent me a DM, everybody. He sent me a DM. He says, you're a big baby dude. Seriously. Yo, it's not my fault that you got banned, brother. Okay, I didn't cause you to violate TikTok terms of service. Okay, that wasn't my fault. Otto, appreciate you for the $5 over on Super Chat. What's going on? Do you support Trump? You have 5 seconds. We're going to go to put the rules back up on screen too. Dude, I don't know what it is today. We cannot find Trump supporters. Like, the Trump supporters are just fucking gone. Hello, do you support Trump, Joe?
Hey, I voted for him in 2024 and 2020, so...
Do you still support him
Don't agree with
today?
everything, but yes. I mean, to the degree that he's our president, yes. Do I think he was still better than Kamala? Yes, although I'm pretty unhappy with a lot of things.
Oh, well, guess what? You're in the right place. Yeah. Go ahead and give me an argument that if Kamala Harris had won the election around a year ago, that things would be worse off today.
Yeah, well, so for one, I would say my 2 main issues were immigration and the Ukraine war. And although the Ukraine war is still going on, I think that Trump offered a better plausible way out of it than the current route things are going.
So then why did he just revert back to what the Democrats were doing?
Yeah, well, I mean, I personally disagree with that, but I can at least appreciate that he's trying out different things.
Well, the different thing that he
trying to
tried
put
wasn't
pressure on
plausibly a
Putin.
better route, right? To like, find peace because he determined it was so bad that he had to literally revert back to what Kamala Harris wanted to do.
Well, yeah, and I do think Trump deserves a lot of blame for the fact that things have gotten into this place in the first place. I mean, during his first administration,
Well, can you respond
he
to
was
that
the guy.
hyper specific point? Because, like you said, and I quote, I think that Donald Trump's plan for Ukraine was better than Kamala Harris's. But then you
Yeah.
also accepted and agreed to the fact that in January, his plan failed and he reverted back to doing what Kamala Harris wanted to. Therefore, when you argued that his plan was better, right, than Kamala Harris's, right, that was false. Because in all reality, Kamala Harris's plan was better than Trump's, and now even Donald Trump has recognized it.
Well, it wasn't the same plan, right? So there was a time just a few months ago where they were putting pressure on Zelensky. I mean, there's been an evolving, shifting policy since January, and I think the idea of not doing the same thing, kicking the can down the road, saying we just need to give Ukraine a little bit more arms, is not only helping Ukraine's national security, it's hurting our national security too.
It actually helps our
Like, I think-
national security to defend Ukraine. It does. It helps our national security to give Ukraine weapons and funding, arms, so on and so forth, considering the fact that when you help the victim, you reduce the likelihood that the aggressor is more emboldened. It allows the aggressor to be hit harder. It makes the aggressor weaker. And obviously, Russia under Putin being weaker is better for America's national security.
Well, I mean, I disagree. It's definitely a gamble, and I definitely think if the argument is we need to weaken Russia by empowering Ukraine, it's sacrificing Ukrainians at the expense of our geopolitical goals.
No, actually,
But
it's not
I would like
sacrificing
to-
Ukrainians.
can I
It's
just-
also
can I
in the-
just
It's also
address-
in the furtherance of the goal of the of lowering the amount of innocent lives lost in Ukraine.
Well, but I totally disagree. Allow me to
Okay.
set this up for a second, if you will.
Well, I mean,
So
I can
right
explain to
now-
you why I think that.
Okay, go ahead, and then I'll respond.
So first and foremost, you made the argument that it's sacrificing Ukraine for this geopolitical goal of it making our national security stronger. So that in
Yeah,
itself was a
weakening Russia.
concession from your end because you said that weakening Russia would not make our national security stronger. But then you conceded,
Correct.
arguing that although it would make our national security stronger, it's at the sake of innocent Ukrainians. What I
No,
would
I-
argue
no.
is that it's not at the sake of innocent Ukrainians, and it makes our national security stronger. Because when Ukraine just like bows out, when Ukraine just says, okay, right, we're going to peacefully just give you our land, well, then Russia steps back, locks and loads, and then goes for round 2 or 3. I mean, you know, what happened when Russia annexed Crimea in 2014? Ukraine said, okay, you know, we're still going to consider that a part of our territory, but we don't want to start a war. We don't want people to die. So we're just going to try to address this with peaceful diplomatic means. Then Russia was like, fuck. So they're not going to try to fight us if we take their land. We're going to take more of their land. So then a handful of years later, less than 10, they then went for the Donbass region and are right now going for the totality of the state.
Yeah, so I disagree with the premise that weakening Russia is making us stronger or safer. I think that they, considering they're the largest nuclear power in the world, us being the second, the fact that there's no nuclear arms control treaties between us and Russia right now is a huge national security risk. And although things are somewhat stable there right now, I mean, you could just see events happening like a shift in power, Putin dying or something that could really raise the level of alarm. And I think it's already higher than most people realize, right? So for example, and I'll agree with you here where, you know, Trump did, again, something fucked up. He tore up the INF Treaty, which was a treaty signed between Reagan and Gorbachev that allowed or didn't allow short-range and medium-range interballistic missiles, which was something that was a security concern of the U.S. and the Russians. Tearing up that treaty, along with Joe Biden letting the Open Skies Treaty expire. So it's sort of no one president is really to blame. We're in a more dangerous world now with Russia, and it's something that, I mean, I think the ability to have these arms control treaties save the world twice before. Once in 94, there was a missile exercise between the US and Norway where the president, Boris Yeltsin, was handed the nuclear briefcase, and he had 30 minutes to decide whether it was just a drill or the real deal. Whereas now, someone like Putin would only have 5 minutes to decide because the INF treaty is torn up. So, I think that actually, even just from a geostrategic standpoint, don't you think that like trying to make peace with Russia pushes them further away from China and closer to the West? Like, wouldn't that be from the US's interest better? And then namely, I'll just say for the Ukrainians, I don't agree with the assessment that Russia just annexed Crimea because, and I'm not saying that you're saying this, but a lot of people say he has like this Hitlerian drive to just take over more territory and reinstall the Soviet Union. I don't think that is on the surface true. No, he never said he wanted to restore the Soviet Union. Matter of fact, he said the opposite.
Well, he said that he wanted to annex and steal Ukraine from the Ukrainians because it was a part of the USSR. Did you not watch his interview with Tucker Carlson when he said that explicitly?
They have no.
I mean, did we
no
watch the same interview? Did we watch the same Tucker Carlson interview when like Putin spoke with Tucker Carlson, took the mic for 35 minutes uninterrupted, and talked about the history of Ukraine, the Ukrainian people, how they're ethnically Russian, right, and they come from the USSR, and how his goal in the invasion and annexation of Ukraine, right, he wants to take it all over, right, and the implicit justification that he used is that they're ethnically Russian.
Okay, I encourage all the guests to go and watch the interview. They talked about the deep historic ties between Russia and Ukraine. Not that.
And what are the deep historic ties between Russia and Ukraine?
Well, they're Slavic peoples that they were have a complicated history. I mean, I'm not defending the Holodomor, what Stalin did in Ukraine or anything like that. And I don't think Putin's invasion of Ukraine is justified.
So could you be a little bit more clear on what
agree?
No. I don't feel like you answered my question. Can you be a little bit more clear on what the deep historic ties are between Russia and Ukraine?
Yeah. So the Kiev used to like, or the Russia has its origins in Kiev.
Yeah. What was
part
Kiev?
Of the same. Kiev was part of the old Russian Empire. I mean, before it was called. Before the Muscovites, it was the Rus, right? Again, I'm not trying to get into a deep historical argument about history 1,200 years ago. What I'm trying to talk about is what's happened in the past 30 years with us provoking Russia and putting Russia into a corner.
So I just want to clarify. You're just trying to move away from the very specific point that I made, right? So I was arguing that it seems like Putin, right, in his annexation of Ukraine, is seemingly taking a step towards an attempt to rebuild the USSR or something similar to that. You argue that's not true. And then I brought up the fact that, Putin sat down with Tucker Carlson and spoke for over 35 minutes uninterrupted about, these deep historical ties. And then you reaffirmed that. And then I asked you what those deep historical ties are. And then you said, well, the Russian Empire started in Kiev. So would your position be that he's not looking to rebuild the USSR, but he's rather just simply looking to rebuild the quote unquote Russian Empire?
No. That's not my position.
So then the reason that he's illegally annexing, so then the reason that he's ethnically cleansing. So then I just want to clarify that when I asked you why he's ethnically cleansing Ukraine, and you said the deep historic ties between Russia and Ukraine, those deep historic ties have nothing to do with Kiev.
No, well, that's not why I'm saying why he's First of all, I reject the idea that he's ethnically cleansing Ukraine. I think he started an unjust war, and I think he's a war criminal. But there's a huge distinction there between wanting to annex Kiev and Western Ukraine and having this regional war in the Donbass and the Zaporizhia regions, right?
It's really easy to justify that he's ethnically cleansing
I can give a concrete... Dean, man, you're not letting me make a point here, man. I'm trying to address your points, and then you're saying I'm not.
Oh my God.
All right, so for example, in 2014, and you guys can look this up, Putin had the political opportunity, he had the political will to take the Donbass regions, to take the Donetsk and Luhansk regions, but he did not. He had the opportunity in 2008 to take the capital of Georgia, but he stopped short of the capital. Is this someone that just wants endless expansion? Why did someone who got into power in 1999 just all of a sudden decide he wants to declare a war on all of Europe? My point is not that Putin is justified in his aims. My point is that the idea that we need to tear up arms treaties, do the Biden administration policy of not talking with Sergei Lavrov not talking with Russian officials is something that pushes us closer to a more dangerous world.
Yeah.
It's something that goes against the wisdom of our past presidents. Like, even in the darkest hour of the Cuban Missile Crisis, Kennedy talked to Khrushchev. Gorbachev talked to Reagan, and we did amazing things. We dismantled the Soviet Union. So that policy of not talking to them, which was the policy not only of the neocons in the Bush administration, but of the Biden administration as well, of not doing diplomacy, I think made the world a more dangerous
I think that
place.
you're a Russian propagandist. I think that you're trying to run sympathetics for Putin. I think the last argument that you made.
I think that's a cop out. You can't address the argument. You just call me a propagandist. I said I disagree with
the reason why it's
invasion.
not a cop out is because I could justify it. And seemingly
Sure.
you don't want me to. You instead want
Go
to
ahead.
hop in here, get angry, and speak over me because it's really easy propaganda.
No, I
to
like
dis-
you,
to
dude.
dispute.
I like you. We're just debating here.
So this is really easy propaganda to dispute. It is absolutely Russian propaganda. You try to argue, well, he had an opportunity in 2014 when he annexed Crimea to also annex the Donbass region, but he didn't do it. So, I mean, how could I possibly think that this is an expansionist terrorist, right? Well, he started annexing the Donbass region of Ukraine, 3 years ago? So maybe a good reason that he didn't try to annex the Donbass region in 2014, but is right now already attempted to and has been successful in the most part in the annexation of the Donbass region today, is because he didn't think that he had the strength or the militant power to annex it then, but does today. Right? It's not that crazy at all, right? To hypothetically dream of this world where bad people want to do bad things, but they're disincentivized from engaging in those bad actions because they think if they were to engage in those bad actions, they would experience losses to themselves. Right? That's literally why we have the police force, okay? We have a police force across communities in this country to disincentivize bad actors from engaging in bad actions, because if they were to engage in said bad actions, they'll be punished or they'd be prevented from achieving their bad goal by a greater level of force standing in opposition to themselves. Right? And I think that that's exactly what we saw with Russia and you arguing that they could have annexed the Donbass region in 2014 but didn't. Maybe they thought that they didn't have the strength nor the militant resources / power to annex Donbass then, but they do now. And obviously the theory that I'm describing to you is completely true due to the fact that they are annexing the Donbass region of Ukraine now. All right? It's not that hard to be reasonable on this subject at all. And then something else that you said there at the beginning of the whole Russian propaganda nonsense was that you don't believe that Russia's ethnically cleansing Ukraine. They absolutely are. The Merriam-Webster definition of ethnic cleansing would be the forceful expulsion or removal of an unwanted group of people from one society to another. And that is precisely what we see happening in Ukraine today. There's over 300,000 Ukrainian refugees that have been forcefully expelled from Ukraine to America, not accounting for all the Ukrainian refugees that didn't flee to America, but rather countries in Europe, Africa, and Asia, right? So I think that this set of facts makes it reasonably clear that no, Putin didn't not attempt to annex the Donbass region of Ukraine in 2014 because he's not a terrorist expansionist, but rather because he likely thought that he didn't have the resources to achieve said end goal. And yes, today and for the last 3 years, Russia has been ethnically cleansing Ukraine.
So Dean, are you familiar with the Minsk Accords, Minsk 1 and 2?
No, but hopefully the Minsk Accords will, in some way, some form, respond to my argument in the demonstration that Russia is ethnically cleansing Ukraine, because that's what I would really like to hear your response on right now.
Yeah, so I encourage you to look into the Minsk Accords. So the Minsk Accords were signed 1 and 2 after the Maidan Revolution in 2014, where you're referring to that event where Russia annexed Crimea. So the Minsk Accords were a peace settlement that was created in for the Donbass region to make sure that a larger war wouldn't break out there. Zelensky, when he ran in 2019, actually proposed on being more of a peace candidate and following the Minsk Accords. Now, in the past few years, this peace proposal, which supposedly ended the scuttle in the Donbass, the people behind it, like Emmanuel Macron or Merkel, have both admitted that the Minsk Accords was a ploy so that they could buy Ukraine more time to build up their forces. So the very thing you're accusing Russia of doing the Europeans, the EU leaders, did said that they were doing. So you can look that up, verify that, look into that. It's important. I know you're earnest about this, and I know if you don't know what the Minsk Accords are, you don't know a lot about it. But I'm telling you, I'm not saying his invasion is justified. I'm saying that we provoked it, and that's a dangerous
the first thing that comes up when I
can
search
I address
that,
your other point about the ethnic cleansing?
I want to respond to that real quick. So the first thing
Okay.
that pops up on Google when I search what you just referenced is an article fact checking that claim, saying quote unquote no, the French president did not declare the Minsk Accords as quote unquote worthless, and then they go on to argue that there's been like just a bunch of Russian bot accounts spamming this all over the internet with no evidence to justify that it is the case. I'm seeing the same thing from mythdetector.com. I'm seeing the same thing from AL24 News. I'm seeing the same thing from many of these websites. So, yeah.
Okay, let's establish this then, because this is really important.
Because we're very specifically looking for this quote from Macron.
Yes. So look up the quote from Merkel and Macron have both admitted
we'll
on
talk
separate
about we'll talk
occasions.
about Merkel next. First, we're going to talk about Macron.
Okay. I'm loading up my computer right now, but we'll do that together. While we do this real quick, I want to address the other point. I think Putin is a war criminal for what he did in Ukraine, and I would have no problem with him being arrested and tried for that. But I also think that if you look at the contrast between, say, what's happening in Gaza and what's happening in Ukraine, it's clear that Putin has a much more mindful about the lives of Ukrainians than he is about, say, Netanyahu is about Gaza. I don't know if you'd agree with that, but.
So you're saying that because you think the ethnic cleansing in Palestine is worse than the ethnic cleansing in Ukraine, that the ethnic cleansing in Ukraine is no longer an ethnic cleansing?
No, but I would say the contrast.
That's what you just said. You just said, basically what you're arguing, although we were to see if the definition of ethnic cleansing would fit what is happening to the Ukrainian people, which it does, given all the forcefully expelled refugees in America, Europe, Africa, and India, Asia, that sure, it does fit the definition of ethnic cleansing, but in contrast to other ethnic cleansings and genocides, like what's going on in Palestine, because you think it's not as bad as this other ethnic cleansing, therefore it's not an ethnic cleansing at all. That was the worst argument I think anyone's ever made on my life. And by the way, in the meantime, while I'm debunking this bullshit, I'm still looking for any statement from Macron surrounding the Minsk Accords. I can't find a single one.
So I'm seeing here, there's an article, former German Chancellor Merkel admits the Minsk Accords.
Merkel. I asked you for Macron. I said we're going to go person by person. We're going to start with Macron.
Can we be real? Okay. So I'll find what Macron said on it, but can we also admit that Merkel did say that?
We'll talk about Merkel as soon as we're done talking about Macron.
Okay. All right. So let's say for a second, for the sake of this argument, I would concede that Macron didn't.
I don't want it for the sake of the argument.
That I messed up.
I don't want it for the sake of the argument. I want it for the sake of truth.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do, man. I'm gonna follow up on this after this, and I'm gonna send you what Macron said about the Minsk agreements. Okay. I don't have the quotes from every leader off the top of my head, but I was right that Merkel did say it. So I think this is a little bit trying to be nitpicky here. My larger point is that a major European Union leader said and had the same argument that you're saying Putin had.
So that's also not true. That's also Russian
major
propaganda.
German chancellor did.
That's also not true. That's also Russian propaganda. I agree with everything that Merkel said. What Merkel said is that they signed these peace agreements into effect to give Ukraine time to become stronger. And I think I completely agree with that. I think that agreement, the Minsk Accords, being signed into law to try to prevent a Russian annexation of Crimea, Crimea, the Donbass region, to give Ukraine more time to become stronger, to thwart a potential invasion in the future, is great. I think that is benevolent. I think that is a really good deal. I think that should have been one of the precise goals of the treaty, was to ensure that while this treaty as an act. It will thwart a Russian attempt to annex the Donbass region for now, giving Ukraine more time to get stronger, to fight off any
But that's not what the Minsk Accords were supposed to be.
any potential
They're supposed
future
to be a
annexation.
permanent solution.
But now you're arguing two different things. You're arguing that, well, they weren't supposed to be temporary, they were supposed to be permanent, instead of arguing that what I'm saying or what he's saying is that this was giving Ukraine time to become stronger so then they could do exactly what Putin is doing by launching a counterattack and ethnically cleansing Russia. No, that's not at all what this prime minister is saying. What he said is that it's giving Ukraine more time to become stronger to thwart off any potential attack that could take place on their land via a launched attack of aggression towards them by Putin. Not to mention, I think that these two things could be true at once. I think that it can be true that the intention of the Minsk Accords were to be permanent, while it is also true that we know Putin's not necessarily a good faith character that's going to keep all agreements that he ever makes. And there's a high potentiality that this agreement's not going to last forever, which, by the way, history proved to be right. So not only were you wrong and you were lying when you told us that Russia's not ethnically cleansing Ukraine, I proved you wrong there. Not only were you wrong and you were lying when you suggested that President Macron made these statements about the Minsk Accords, I proved you wrong there. But you're also wrong in line about the nature of the statements made by Minsk in relation to, not by Minsk, by Merkel in relation to the Minsk Accords and how you were attempting to demonize Ukraine in the suggestion that maybe Ukraine wanted to ethnically cleanse Russia the same way Russia's ethnically cleansing Ukraine today.
Okay, listen, I get it. You just learned what the Minsk Accords were 5 minutes ago, and now you think you get the sense of them.
5 minutes of knowledge, and I'm still winning the debate. That's the difference between truth and fiction, reality and lies.
Okay, so let me address all the claims here. First of all, Macron said when she told the German magazine, it was clear to all of us that this was a frozen conflict and that the problem had not been solved. But that is precisely what gave Ukraine valuable time. Now, as I had said, the Minsk Accords were supposed to be a permanent settlement.
He was right. Macron was right.
Okay, you do know Macron's a woman, right? Okay. Anyways.
Sorry. Wait, Macron? Wait. I'm so sorry. Let me fact check that.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm going to give you a second to fact check that. Okay.
Emmanuel Macron is a woman?
Yes. No.
What?
Merkel. We're talking about Merkel. I'm reading a quote about Merkel.
Wait, so you just misspoke. You just said Macron told this to French magazine.
I apologize. Yes. No, I quoted Merkel there.
Okay. So
yeah, my bad. All right. So anyways, okay. Ethnic cleansing thing. Listen, there are millions of ethnic Ukrainians living in Russia. And not just in the annexed territories. Ukrainian is not a banned language in Russia. Okay, if he was trying to ethnically cleanse Ukrainians, I think you would see different actions. And I use the Gaza example as a contrast because it's so clear with the images and the policies that we see coming out of Israel that is a true ethnic cleansing. And what's happening in Russia is a devastating war, but it is not that. I think it's important to make that distinction.
Define ethnic
cleansing. I would say an ethnic cleansing is the erasure of a people. Would you agree?
No, I wouldn't agree. I don't think that erasure of a people is a necessary component of ethnic cleansing because that would imply that all people must be erased in order for the definition of ethnic cleansing to be met. I think that a better definition of ethnic cleansing would be the forceful expulsion or killing of an unwanted group in society to somewhere else, which would be close in rhetorical relation to the statement erasure of a people. I just think that your definition is too narrow and would suggest a total erasure of all people. But, assuming my definition, the forceful expulsion or killing of an unwanted group in society to elsewhere, it becomes clear that what Russia is doing to Ukraine is ethnic cleansing due to the fact that we see hundreds of thousands of forcefully expelled Ukrainians in America, not accounting for the hundreds of thousands of forcefully expelled Ukrainians in Europe, India, the rest of Asia, and Africa.
Oh, okay. I mean, for one, I would say that being a refugee is different than being forcefully expulsed. Now, I understand
they're refugees because they were forcefully expelled.
No, a lot, and the majority of them came because they wanted to leave what might be a dangerous war zone. That's a little bit different than being forcibly
Having your home turned into a dangerous war zone is you being forcefully expelled.
I mean, there are Ukrainians right now living under Russian territory, speaking Ukrainian languages, including in the regions that Russia annexed.
Yeah. So there's still Palestinians
Including
living in
Crimea.
Palestine. So therefore, Israel's not ethnically cleansing Palestine, right?
Well, the reason I would say that Israel is ethnically cleansing
but
Palestine,
is there still
for one, they
Palestinians
can't
living in
leave.
Palestine?
The Palestinians can't leave Palestine. See, the Ukrainians can. There's a difference. The Palestinians are literally put in by a blockade. Israel controls their food and water.
Okay, so now you're arguing if they can't
and
leave.
a Ukrainian
So now
that
you're
can fly to the
arguing
United States,
if they
possible.
can't leave and they're still there, then it's still an ethnic cleansing. Therefore, there still yet being a presence of individuals living in a particular place doesn't necessarily mean that the definition of ethnic cleansing hasn't been met.
What I'm arguing, Dean, is that there's a stark contrast, and if you can't understand the contrast between what's happening there and Gaza,
I think that we're going to be. I think that we're going to see differences.
Can you be honest that there is a contrast there?
I think that we're going to see differences between the ethnic cleansing that's taking place in Ukraine and the ethnic cleansing that's taking place in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. However, these differences don't constitute a denial in the term ethnic cleansing being applied to what's occurring in Ukraine. I thought that I've already, responded to this very shitty argument of yours, but I'll try to respond to it again.
Dean,
just because two ethnic cleansings have differences doesn't mean that one of the two ethnic cleansing is no longer an ethnic cleansing. Because the definition of ethnic cleansing is something that I've already stated, according to Merriam-Webster. It's just the forceful expulsion of one group in a society to elsewhere. And that's what's happening. I mean, you said, oh, well, these people weren't forced to leave. Their home was just turned into an active war zone. So yeah, that level of coercion is you being forced to leave. It is. I mean, imagine if somebody held a gun to your head and said, drop down and give me 10 push-ups or else I'm going to shoot you. And then you drop down and you give them 10 push-ups. You were forced into doing so because the consequences of not doing so were potentially being shot in the head. That is also the potential outcome of living in an active war zone.
Can I respond now? My microphone's been being turned off.
Yeah. Just know it's just like this is a debate about why you support Trump as president, and now we're having a hyper niche debate surrounding what is going on in Ukraine, what is the blaming capability of Putin on Russia, and is what Russia is doing to Ukraine an ethnic cleansing. And I'll continue to have this debate with you because I mean it's a very easy debate to win. But it's becoming apparent to me that you didn't come up here to debate about Trump. You wanted to debate about your Russia sympathy.
We could listen. We could shift the topic here.
No, I really want you to respond to the argument I just gave you.
We can talk about whatever you want.
I really want you to respond to the argument I just gave you.
Yeah, well, for one, listen, on a human level, like I've said, I opened up the argument saying that what Putin has done in Russia is terrible, and I don't condone it, and I think he's a war criminal. So whether we're debating about a definition of ethnic cleansing or not, my point was that there's a stark contrast between what's happening in Russia and what's happening in Gaza right now. And I think you would agree
but this point is
that it
irrelevant
does
to
look
the
very
conclusion
different.
that Russia is ethnically cleansing Ukraine.
Okay, you sound like a Zionist who says, well, there's not a genocide happening. Look up the definition of genocide. That's not what's happening. It's like, okay.
The only person denying mass acts of terror here is you. So if anybody sounds like a Zionist, look in the mirror.
I've literally
that was like this most stupid fucking point. This is like the most stupid fucking point that you've made since you joined. You're gonna say that I look like a Zionist when I'm the one defending that there is an ethnic cleansing in Ukraine, and you're the one denying it. Dude, think before you speak. Come on, bro. That is like, come on. You admit it. That was a pretty dumb thing to say.
All right, I just want to talk about how frequently my microphone's being muted.
I'm sorry.
When you're talking
I just have too much fun
80% of the
with it.
time, dude.
Come on, I just heard that dumbass statement.
You won't
and
let me respond. You're cutting me off.
Okay, no more mutes. Just,
I'm letting you
can you
go
admit
through these arguments.
Can you admit that it was a dumb thing to say that I'm the one that sounds like a Zionist?
Not at all, bro. I'm saying Zionists quabble over definitions like you're doing right now. I'm saying, bottom line, what they're doing is horrible.
Wait. Obviously, okay, you are an idiot. The reason why you're an idiot is because obviously, if you are denying that an ethnic cleansing is taking place in Ukraine, we first have to understand what an ethnic cleansing even is. Please Actually answer this question. Tell me any other counter argument that I could possibly use to demonstrate that you were wrong when you argue there's no ethnic cleansing happening in Ukraine without first starting that argument by attempting to define what an ethnic cleansing even is. The only way I could possibly begin to counter that position is by requesting us to spend a moment fixated on the semantics to understand what it even is before we determine if it applies to what's happening, right? And if you're telling me if I want to fixate on the semantics and I want to try to define that phrase that I sound like a Zionist, you're basically saying anybody that could possibly attempt to argue against your position that there's no ethnic cleansing in Ukraine is in virtue of that fact, therefore is Zionist. It sounds like you were just running baseless, drawn out sympathy and propaganda for Russia and the Russian Federation and Putin and the Kremlin. And you don't hate, you don't have any good reason, any good facts or any like confluent positions of logic to justify your position. So the only way that you're gonna try to justify your position is by playing, the game of emotion, and instead of responding to an argument that I'm giving you that has good reason, is based on logic and foundational facts, such as the facts that I brought up of the refugees being forced to flee to America, Iran, Africa, Asia, so on and so forth, that I'm just a fucking Zionist. Well, I mean, you're just fucking dumb.
I never said you were Zionist.
Use your brain. Use your
Zionist.
brain in this debate. I'm giving you a cogent position to rebuttal your baseless argument, and I would appreciate something a little bit more than you sound like a Zionist. Plus, it just sounds stupid. No, Zionists don't typically argue in defense of the position that mass travesties are mass travesties. Zionists don't typically argue that ethnic cleansings are ethnic cleansings. Zionists typically argue very similar to you, where you have the baseless and very emotional denial of these mass acts of great travesties in order to attempt to increase social and public support around the perpetuators of said mass act of travesty. So please turn your brain on and attempt to give me a better counter argument against the position that Russia is ethnically cleansing Ukraine.
Hey, man. First of all, like I said, I'm getting my mic muted and you're talking 80% of the time. I mentioned that last time, and then you went on another 3-minute diatribe. If you want me to respond, let me to respond. Just don't call me dumb. You're talking past me, bro. Like, I said, I never called you a Zionist. I said it is Zionist-like to quabble over definitions when we all know a horrible thing is going on. And that's my point. I've been screaming at you, saying that I don't condone the invasion. I think Putin is a war criminal. Whether we call it a genocide or a ethnic cleansing or a brutal war, is we are quabbling over definitions while the larger point of what is better for the world is going by the wayside. And that's not a pivot. That's me just being like, I brought up ethnic cleansing to begin with to talk about the contrast of what's happening in Ukraine versus what's happening in Gaza. And to understand the nature of the conflict, to contrast it with other conflicts is a useful tool, right? I think that's pretty self-evident.
Was there stark differences between the Holocaust and what's happening in Palestine?
Of course.
So therefore, what's happening in Palestine?
A useful tool, right? I think that's pretty self-evident.
Between what's going on in Ukraine and Palestine, therefore only one of them can be an ethnic cleansing. Therefore, because there's stark differences between the Holocaust and Palestine, therefore only one of them could be a genocide.
Okay, so this is also a great debating topic when you do debate a Zionist, because what they will do is get into the game of definitions, and it just devolves the conversation.
No,
so when someone asks
Zionists
me,
don't
like,
talk about
do I
definitions.
even think?
They don't really talk about.
Well, do I even? Well, no, they go, oh, well.
Also, by the way, you use the word quabble.
Someone like Coleman Hughes, who worked for Barry Weiss, talking about, well, it's not a genocide because look at the amount of population that's died in Gaza versus other conflicts. He said 40% of the world Jewish population died in the Holocaust. Only 3% of the Gazan population died in Gaza. I don't mean to go on too much of a tangent here. All to say is this is how the conversation devolves when you want to go, no, it's this, no, it's not, no, this definition. We both agree that it's
the way that
so can we debate about a meaningful issue besides the definition here?
Exactly. No.
Okay.
Unironically,
So can I bring up the next?
Unironically, I know that like you've like said that a couple times. You sound like a Zionist. You actually do sound like a Zionist. So I debate Zionists like frequently on this live surrounding their support of the state of Israel and what's going on in Palestine. And every single time I debate a Zionist, they always do the same thing. They try to make a point. I just refute their point with fact, very similarly to how I'm refuting your point with fact. And then they get like super like emotional, and they start like rambling about how there's like other things that we should be talking about instead. Right? Which is exactly what you're doing. You know, like I'll bring up like, you know, like the innocent kids that are getting starved to death or shot in the back of the head by the IDF. And then they'll go, but Hamas is a terrorist organization, Dean. There's more. We need to talk about the important things. The Hamas soldiers, Dean. The Hamas soldiers. We need to talk about this instead. This is what we really need to be talking about. But Hamas. Oh my God, we don't need to be talking about the kids getting shot in the back of the head because the more important thing here is that Hamas is a terrorist organization. Dean, do you condemn Hamas? Right? Like that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing with this topic. I'm like, hey, according to the definition of ethnic cleansing, what Russia is doing to Ukraine is an ethnic cleansing. They're like, but we need to talk about other things instead. But this isn't that important. But we need to start a conversation about something else. You know, but the bigger picture, but Hamas, but the bigger picture. Dean, do you condemn Hamas? Dean, do you condemn President Macron for suggesting that the peace accords were just giving Ukraine more time? Like, you're actually debating like a Zionist. So when you are debating like a Zionist, don't try to tell me that I sound like the Zionist. Thank you. I'll maybe give you like another 5 minutes here because we got to restart the live anyway. We got like a live restriction when you first join. Go ahead.
Okay, my microphone keeps being muted. I would just say that even in response to like, you know, look at the organizations that have condemned Putin. They're not in large like the ICC saying that Putin's committing an ethnic cleansing. That's not the claim. The claim is that he's a war criminal that unjustly invaded a country.
That's the claim that I make, and I have good reason to make that claim.
Even the international organizations that run in definitions and law are, in large, not saying that.
Okay, well,
right?
I debate anybody from the ICC that doesn't say that. If somebody from the ICC were to deny that Russia's committing an ethnic cleansing in Ukraine, I'd stomp on them in a debate, just like I'm stomping on you.
All right, listen, bro. And hey, man, like, dude, I like you. I like I really think you're genuine. I would just also say, keep in mind, you are on the same side of people when you say we need to push this endless, give Ukraine more weapons and money, sacrifice more of their young men to the Russian war machine.
Wait.
That is exactly
you are so fucking dishonest. Ethnic cleansing is not formally.
If that's not what you believe, let me.
Ethnic cleansing is not formally defined. Is not a formally defined crime under international law, the same way genocide is. So you're sitting over here saying that the ICC and the ICJ haven't charged Russia with ethnic cleansing. According to international law, it's not a formally defined crime. Of course they wouldn't. Of course, like an international court wouldn't charge Russia with ethnic cleansing when ethnic cleansing doesn't exist on the international stage as a formally defined crime.
I just want to let your audience know here that this is kind of rigged, that they keep on muting my mic. You keep on cutting me off. You're not letting me make full points here. I do make half a point, and then you cut me off and kind of talk past me. So I'm telling you here that the people that go up don't get a fair shot. I just want to say that truly, and I say that from like someone who does kind of like you. But I would just say to keep in mind, man, might be in your position if I was 10 years younger as well. I'm 31. You are in the same side of people that support, say, the Iraq War and the same neocons that want to push for regime change wars, quote unquote, supporting democracy across the globe. To do this sort of no diplomacy, use Ukrainians as cannon fodder to weaken Russia is a bad policy. It hasn't panned out for the past 3 years. And whether it's Joe Biden or Kamala or Trump that's supporting it, I don't support it. So part of the reason why I supported Trump in the past election was because he was a more viable candidate for change in that direction. The other big issue, I would say, for me, was immigration. And I think it's clear 10 million people coming across the border under the Biden administration, and now you have close to, 80,000 apprehensions at the border or something like that. I think it's a drastic improvement, and I think any country that...
Do you know why I've muted you so many times?
Yeah.
It's
Why?
because this is what you do. You make a point, I prove that point to be definitively false, and then you ignore my rebuttal and talk about something else. You made the point.
Okay,
You
all right.
argued.
You wanted-
right? You argued
Yeah.
that it is wrong for me to say that Russia is committing an ethnic cleansing because that is not something that the ICC or the ICJ say. I definitively prove that point, Paulus, and I demonstrate its preposterous nature by just simply bringing up the fact that ethnic cleansing is not a formally defined crime by the ICC or the ICJ. So, of course, they wouldn't charge Russia with ethnic cleansing if it's not something that they formally define as a crime. And then you respond to me and just tell me that I'm a fucking neocon, right? Like, come on, dude. Actually engage in the point that I made, please.
Well, I did. I talked about a number of different things that Putin still allows ethnic Ukrainians, and you say, okay, well, ethnic cleansing can look different. I say that he had the chance to annex more of the territory.
The specific point that I made in response to your claim that I'm wrong because the ICC and the ICJ don't make that statement. Can you admit that that was a really stupid point to make? Because ethnic cleansing is not a formally defined crime inside of international.
The whole reason I brought it up was to point the contrast between Gaza and Ukraine. You can say it's an ethnic cleansing because words are arbitrary.
The ICC and
right?
the ICJ
You're
don't even say that there's an
Webster
ethnic cleansing
Dictionary,
happening
not
in
by
Palestine.
We both agree it's really bad, Dean. Okay, what do you want me to say? It's an ethnic cleansing?
No, I just
Sure.
want you to concede that when you try to argue that I'm wrong because the ICC and the ICJ don't say the same thing I do, that was a really stupid point to make.
I don't think so, because they deal in legal definitions on what countries are doing that are committing war crimes. And if they don't include that, maybe there's a reason why they don't include it. And they do include terms like genocide.
The reason
the
reason why they don't include it is because ethnic cleansing is not a formally defined crime.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
Why do you think they don't use that terminology?
I don't know. I'm not a fucking international criminal lawyer.
Okay.
So why
So
would
it's
I
your
fucking
opinion
know?
that it is,
Does that
and it's
mean
my opinion
does that mean
that I
that
don't think it is.
does that mean that therefore ethnic cleansings don't happen? No, because you were arguing that one is happening in Palestine. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying there. I will concede that.
Thank you.
That it does seem like an ethnic cleansing is happening in Palestine. I will concede that. And, listen, I mean, I think we're quabbling over a definition. If you say, okay, it's clearly and demonstrably an ethnic cleansing, okay, can we talk about the larger issue of the war then? I'll concede of the point of that so we can move forward, because I'm sure your audience doesn't like this either.
Yeah, I gotta
Then
hit,
we can move forward
I gotta
and
hit a
just say,
restart. I gotta hit a
was wrong, bro.
I gotta hit a restart because we got a restriction. You want to come back and debate me on immigration?
You got it, man.
Cool.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
All right, everyone that's watching the stream, y'all, we do have to hit a little bit of a quick like the AO3, they're fanfics. They're not true, they're not true accounts of reality, Tyler. Come on,
Dude, you said that.
Sorry,
I'm
not gonna further embarrass you, Tyler.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna further embarrass you here, but just know that this is a place for politics, and those are fanfics. They're not real.
Yeah, well, you like being on the receiving end.
The more you talk about it, the more I just have to simply keep reaffirming that this is a place for political discourse. This is a place for debates. I understand that a lot of Trump supporters want to ask me about gay sex. Fucking hell if I know why. I'm just going to try my best to ignore it and stay on politics.
I don't know. You said you put your shoes in your feet in gay people's shoes.
I did say that. I will admit that what I said to Nick Fuentes a year ago in the debate was really like rhetorically disadvantageous. Okay, I definitely said, yeah, I put myself on the receiving end. Nick Fuentes. I could have used better words. Okay, I could have used better words. But wow. That statement that I made to Nick Fuentes really just piqued a lot of curiosity from a lot of curious people. Tyler, let Mama 2 finish speaking. Go ahead, Mama 2.
So, I'm not a Trump supporter. I absolutely hate him. But I wanted to come on here because I've been joining your lives, and I've also seen you on like other social medias. And I really appreciate you sticking up for the women that need to be stuck up for. I have 2 children of my own, and I'm currently pregnant from rape. And every person who was raped or anything like that deserves to have that choice on whether or not they want to keep that kid. And I just appreciate that you're one of those people that sit there and you stand up for all the women who can't stand up for themselves, because we need more people like you. And so I just wanted to come on here because I'm a huge fan of you. I love what you do, and just keep doing you no matter what.
Well,
I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for coming up here. I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope that you live a very, very happy life. And I'm really sorry to hear that happened to you. Seriously.
Yeah, my daughter's birthday is in 2 days on the 13th, and I feel like God gave me, because I'm pregnant with another girl, and me and my daughter had been through so much domestic violence with her dad, and he's a Trump supporter. How did I end up having kids with a Trump supporter? I don't know, but I did. But I love my kids, and I feel like God gave me this baby. It's a girl because I wanted to restart the life I had with my first daughter, and I get to do it all over again, but not with the abuse this time.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming up, and I seriously, I hope that you have a great rest of your day. All right.
Thank you. You too.
Take care. Take care. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. All right. The mic is by the way, I'm sorry. I just saw a couple of people criticize what she said in the chat. Don't, like, come on. That's mean. That's fucked up, okay? All right, that's really fucked up. Please don't criticize what she said in the chat.
And don't criticize rape. That's messed up.
What?
That's what you're saying.
Are you being intentionally dense, or is this a bit?
No, I'm serious. Why are people criticizing rape? I'm saying that's messed up. Like, why are you or not criticizing it, but like, why are you making fun of that? It's not something to make fun of. Not you, Dean.
There you go. There you go. Okay. So when you say
no, I
why
didn't.
Are you
no, heck no, I didn't.
Grape? You're saying like
yeah, I know. I worded that wrong.
The act of grape.
Right, I worded that wrong. I'm saying why are people like making fun of her for it? It's messed up.
Yeah, well, I mean, something. Well, I just saw a couple. Yeah, there you go. You misspoke. Thank you for correcting yourself. I saw a couple people in the chat, like criticizing her for saying that like God gave her that child. She was a victim of grape that is now pregnant. Is chosen to keep the child, but thinks that every woman and girl should have the right to make a different choice. That is what the pro-choice movement is. That's what the pro-choice movement stands for. And please do not like trash on or disregard or like shit on, like her response to that happening to her. You know what I mean? Like just don't shit on her for that. That makes me mad. But anyways, Tyler, I'm just going to thank you for correcting yourself. I'm happy that that's not what you meant. Tell us why you
support that came out. That came out pretty bad. I didn't mean it. I seen that one live you were with, and that one. I'm a Trump supporter. I mean, everyone's different, but I seen the one live of the one guy that it popped on my feed. But the one guy that was like saying he'd do it to his, or I don't even remember, but he was like saying it's okay and stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Trump supporters defending sexual violence. Yeah, that happens all the time.
Well, I mean, it's both. Two sides. I mean, it's both sides,
Arguably not to the same extent. Arguably not to the same extent. And I'm being nice by saying the same extent, because honestly, I don't think I've ever met a liberal that it's like, yeah, it's okay to perpetuate sexual violence. But anyways, I'm sure that there's one out there. I'm sure that there's some out there. There's like millions of liberals. But
I'm sure there's
But the reason why it's like not like a both sides of the coin issue is because the champions of the liberal movement are not grapists themselves. The champions of the liberal movement haven't sexually exploited women and girls, then boasted about it like it was a good thing. Meanwhile, all those things are true of Trump. Like honestly, I just by like the priors that I have with you coming up onto this live, acting like a nuisance, acting like a kid, being a little bit of a dick to that mom too. Like if I were to play you the clip, you kept on interrupting her, and then I kept telling you to stop speaking to let her talk, and you're like, "This is a what for Trump supporters?" Like you just made a fool out of yourself, right? Like I know that like a lot of men on the right are really big into that manosphere shit. Okay, if you really want to become a better man, like learn how to have a little bit more respect for like the women and girls in your life, the women and girls that you talk to. Like seriously,
it's a fucking TikTok live. I don't.
Okay.
I don't really.
That doesn't mean.
And
that
what kind
you
of
have to be a
dumbass comes in here that's an
POS.
illegal immigrant and comes in showing his name and everything? What kind of dumbass is that?
Okay, well, I don't think it's very kind to call people dumbasses, and I also don't think it's very acceptable to sit here and criticizing him, considering the fact that I think he gets enough criticism from our government being falsely labeled as a violent criminal, being falsely labeled as a member of a gang, being falsely labeled as an escapee from a mental institution or prison. But I can agree that this is probably not the smartest thing to do. All right? But I mean, it just kind of sounds like you're disrespectful to everybody around you.
Well, no, I mean, if you're illegal, you're illegal. Get the hell out of the country. It's plain and simple. But you guys like to.
So if you broke the law, get out of the country?
You're illegal. Can you go to all these other countries and just move in and, kill people and do all this crap that they do? They come in and rape children, and guess who they vote for? Because Joe Biden and Kamala, obviously there's millions of people that came through the border illegally. So then, boom, they want to allow that and give free health care and visas and phones and IDs. I mean, laugh all you want. I could really care less. But if you're illegal, it's literally
Tyler,
as simple as it sounds. It is plain and simple.
Tyler, specifically,
if you are illegal, you are illegal. Doesn't matter if you're already committing a crime, but doesn't matter if you come here and work every day. You're illegal.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
So specifically what I'm laughing at is your own idiocracy. So you just said that undocumented immigrants will come into this country and rape children. So not only is the average undocumented immigrant 2.5 times less likely to engage in a violent crime such as rape than you because you're a natural US born citizen, but then you turn around and actively support a literal rapist that was adjudicated to be such by a unanimous jury of 9.
That's all you guys say. That's all you guys say is, Trump's a racist. Trump's a rapist.
A rapist. Of course I'm going to bring that up, Tyler. Connect the fucking dots. You're saying, because you might grape a child, you shouldn't even be in the country. But if you actually grape a woman, you should run the country. Like, of course I'm going to bring up that point of hypocrisy.
You're illegal.
It's not my fault that you're so fucking stupid.
I mean, you're illegal. Get out of the country.
Oh, well,
it's that simple. Get them all out. And guess what? The White House videos that they post.
I think what's even more simple is the fact that if we are truly going to call ourselves America first, if we're truly going to call ourselves patriots, if we're truly going to call ourselves individuals that want to abide by law and order and have some rule to this country, then we probably shouldn't be engaging in a mass deportation operation that has fundamentally involved the crucifixion of individual rights, liberties, and freedoms, even those offered to citizens and undocumented immigrants under the Constitution, like Trump trying to take the children, trying to take the birthright citizenship away from the children born to undocumented immigrants on American soil, violating the 14th Amendment, or Donald Trump deporting many undocumented immigrants with no due process, violating their constitutional rights, or Donald Trump illegally deporting people like Abrigo Garcia, having SCOTUS rule that he needs to bring him back, and then Donald Trump saying no. And if you truly cared about law, if you truly cared about order, then you wouldn't support the guy that's infringed on the Constitution 4 times in the last 11 months. You wouldn't support the guy that was found guilty on 34 separate and different felonies, classy, by the way.
Then why is he the president if he's got all these felonies? You wouldn't support the guy that was held civilly liable for raping E. Jean Carroll in 2023. You wouldn't support the guy that went on Howard Stern's podcast and publicly boasted about sexually exploiting women and girls in 2005. And you wouldn't support the guy that was held civilly liable once again in New York for lying about the valuation of his properties, or the guy that intentionally stole and then concealed classified documents at his private estate in Mar-a-Lago down in Florida. And if you want to call me stupid for calling out your hypocrisy, feel free. I just know that you couldn't pass a 4th grade geography test, and I think I'm going to prove that now. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Let me know when you're present. What's up?
How many continents are there?
Can you let me speak?
Yeah, if you could control yourself. How many continents are there?
There's 13.
Yeah, my point. There's 7.
Or yeah, 7. That's what I meant. But
thank you.
Hey, here's my question: is like there's two sides to every story, right? Or everyone has their own opinion. Why do you think it's okay for all of these illegals to just flood into this country? Why are you guys so okay? And the funny thing is that I really like to see is people will go up and ask these stupid liberals, hey, are you okay with all these people
Don't
coming
pull the
into this?
stupid card after you said that there's 13 continents, my
All
friend.
right, I see. I was wrong. That's okay. I was wrong. That's fine. Okay. I was wrong. But they'll ask, oh, you okay with all these illegals coming in to this country? And they're like, yeah, I think we should give them free healthcare. And okay, well, will you let some of them live in your house?
Give me evidence that undocumented immigrants get free health care from the federal government. Because I could give you evidence they don't. It's called the Work Order and Responsibilities Act of 1996.
Dean, that is
strictly limits and prevents undocumented
Kamala's
immigrants
plan
from being
was.
able to access federal benefits and systems of benefit like Medicaid, like Medicare, like Section 8, like food stamps, or Social Security.
Hey, are these points on my name? Like, what are those things?
The points on your name, that's how many individual gifts you've received from the other stupid Trump supporters that think that they're 13 continents.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know. 30
No,
cents,
but-
most money you've ever made a day in your life.
Oh, well, I just bought a house at 21. Actually, yesterday I closed on it, so I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty proud of that.
Was that your first house?
Yeah, I'm 21. I mean,
you
not a
closed,
lot of
and
people.
you closed on it yesterday?
Yeah. What about
Today, if Kamala Harris was elected as president last November, you would have an additional $25,000 in your bank account.
it? Why do you say that? That's
She ran on a $25,000 subsidy for first-time home buyers. If Kamala Harris was elected and you still bought that same house, you'd have had $25,000 more dollars in your bank account today than you do because you voted for Trump.
I mean, that's just another way for liberals not to work. That's the thing. You get that 25 grand, and then liberals are more happy that they don't have to work because they're all fucking lazy.
Wait! You're telling me if Kamala Harris was elected and you got that $25,000 subsidy that you would quit your job?
Why would no? I'm saying.
Are you trying to tell us?
Why
that
would I
it is-
quit my job off of 25 grand?
Thank you so much, sir. Now are
Exactly.
you
That-
exactly
I'm not-
exactly?
I'm not-
So are you
I'm not-
telling us
that would be sweet.
are you
I'll
telling?
tell you what,
that would be
that'd be
sweet?
sweet.
Yeah. Well, guess what? That's the life that you would have lived if Kamala Harris won the election.
Okay, wow, but guess what? Yeah, 25 grand, sweet. That's awesome. But I mean, you can't guarantee it, can you?
Yeah, I can. I can guarantee that she would have passed that policy if she was elected.
Okay, and where's this 25 grand coming from? Taxpayer dollars?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, well, okay. So yes, 25 grand. That's nice. I'm not going to say that's not. Oh, I wish I didn't have 25 grand. Yeah, that's sweet. That 25 grand would be nice. But I will say that 25 grand, you go to these liberals' pockets, and then it's like, oh crap, now I don't even have to work anymore. Like they already fucking don't.
You literally just told us. You literally just fucking got done telling us that if you were given $25,000, that wouldn't be enough to allow you to quit your job. Not to mention that not only do liberals work more than Republicans, but they also get paid more on average because they're more educated than Republicans. How are you going to shit here and say that liberals are the lazy ones, liberals are the unintelligent ones, liberals are the stupid ones when they get more degrees, they get paid more, and they work more specialized jobs?
I mean, they might be smarter. They might be smarter.
No, they're not only smarter, they make more money. They have a higher employment rate, and the subsidies that you were just talking about. I'll give you evidence because all of those government subsidies that you said make people lazy and allow people to just go unemployed, like food stamps, Section 8, so on and so forth. Those benefits disproportionately go to red states. Okay, we're talking Alabama. Okay, we're talking Georgia, Kentucky, Tennessee.
I'm not from the
Those
South.
are the states, okay, that the federal government subsidizes, that the blue states give money to help pay for those forms of assistance for their disproportionately Republican constituent base.
I kind of want to go back to this illegal thing.
Undocumented immigrants would be the correct term. We already dehumanized them enough. Let's not dehumanize
okay,
them
the
further.
illegal aliens. Anyways.
Okay, wait. So let me get this straight. When somebody commits a federal misdemeanor, you strip their humanity from them and label them as an alien. But when somebody grapes a woman and boasts about sexually exploiting kids, you give them more power and call them president? Get the fuck out of here.
if he truly has what is it, 34 felonies or whatever the hell 32, 34, what is it?
Yeah, 34.
Like 34. I mean, I don't think you can run as president with felonies. I mean, it's hard to get a job with a felony, let alone. So I wonder
So
why he's the president.
So hypothetically, are you saying that if he was a 34 count felon, you wouldn't support him as president?
I'd still support him.
You just
What?
got
Trying to
done
catch
saying
me
that
there?
you don't think that he would be eligible to run, but now you're saying that you'd support him.
I'd still support him as a person.
Would you still support him as a president if he like sexually exploited women and girls?
He didn't, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but the question
I mean,
is if he did.
that's all. You guys
I know
have,
that he
though.
hasn't done this. I know that he hasn't done
Go
this.
ahead and mute. Go ahead and mute me again. I don't care. Like that's all you do.
Well, I might. Nope,
I mean,
it's coming
sometimes you
down.
need to put on mute too. But,
I know that he hasn't done this because Trump is a good man. Trump would never sexually exploit
That's good to hear.
anyone. All right?
Someone clip that.
But
Someone clip that.
But like
Someone clip that.
hypothetically, if he did, would you still support him as president?
Nisi the.
And he's gone. Hello, welcome back.
I'm here. Am I losing service?
No, you just left the app. Can you answer my question? Hypothetically, if he did, would you still support him as president?
Well, you're just trying to get me on a trick question here.
No, it's not a trick question. It's just hypothetical, man. Come on, man.
You're just trying. No, you're just trying to get me on. Epstein, open the files. That's all they say. That's all your comments are. Epstein, open the files.
Epstein's dead. You're an idiot. Answer my question. Come on, man. If
No, I'm
Donald
saying
Trump-
open Epstein's files.
If you're so,
If Donald Trump,
you remind me of Gage and Brock. Where Gage and Brock at? I'm gonna send a message to Brock. I'm gonna tell him that I think maybe they could add a third to their little posse. Hey, join the live.
Jeremy
found
K.
you a new friend.
I'm gonna follow Jeremy K here.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. So please answer
500 points, whatever the heck that means.
Oh my God. Okay, he's just not listening. Terry, thank you for the $20 over on Venmo.
Terry!
That was a little aggressive.
That's okay.
Okay.
I mean, you're not getting hyped over people supporting you.
Yeah, that's the energy. Terry, thank you for the $20 on Venmo.
Terry!
Yeah, Terry with a $20. Seriously, I really do appreciate you for the love.
Hard working money right there.
The $20 says, I just asked my dog, Jojo, how many continents there were, and she barked 7 times. Yeah, your dog's smarter than
Hell
me.
yeah.
Thank you for the $20, Terry.
Oh yeah, Terry, is your
Jillian.
dog transgender too, Terry? I just seen a post the other day that some liberal bitch said her dog's transgender.
Okay, we could
I didn't
go,
know dogs could be transgender.
We could go without calling women bitches. Is that fair, Tyler? Your mic is muted. Obviously, you don't know. Obviously. Is it
Well,
fair?
you keep muting me.
I know.
You keep
because
muting me.
You started
So
calling
how the
women
hell
bitches.
you keep muting me?
Is it fair to say that we shouldn't call women bitches?
I mean, I think a lot of people can agree. I think some women need to be called a bitch, especially the liberals that make their dogs and 3-year-old kids. I see these TikToks pop up all
Some
the
women
time.
need to be called bitches. So
I see these TikToks. Dude, you can't. Dude, are you the only one that can speak here?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the little bro to sit down. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give you a quick response to that last comment.
But no, I
Quote,
get
quote.
these TikToks, and you're gonna mute me again here. But
Yeah, because I'm speaking and you're listening. To respond to that last.
but no,
comment
I'm not
that I
gonna
made.
listen.
God, you were such a
I'll get
nuisance.
these.
You're literally acting like a child. Can you just?
I'll
stop
get these
crashing out?
TikToks. I mean, you can kick me if you want.
No, I just want you to be able to like listen to the adult in the room.
I am, but I was talking and then you muted me. So I was in the middle of the conversation. Then you muted me.
You said I think
and
that
then-
some women deserve to be called B words. I'm just trying to respond to that. Is that okay?
And I wasn't done with that though. That's
Oh,
the thing. I
you know
wasn't
what?
done.
I'm just gonna go and thank the rest of the donors. Terry, thank you for the $20 on Venmo. Show some love to Terry down below in that comment section. Muffed, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo. Who says I signed up to Venmo just to donate. Oh, well, thank you for the love, Muff. That's fucking kind of you. Jillian, thank you for the $3. Kaylee, thank you for the $30 over on Venmo. Who says, got paid today, therefore you get paid today. Love you and appreciate you. Dean, keep doing you. Oh, thank you so much, Kaylee. Let's get 300 Kaylee W's. Let's also get 200 Shayla and W's down below in that chat. Shayla sent $20 over on Venmo saying, sometimes I reference your debates and people doubt credibility for reading off your phone during the live debates. What's the best response? Well, when I'm on my phone, I'm like looking at my notifications, so on and so forth, or looking at the live. But I mean, even if I was reading something, that wouldn't dispute the credibility. Thank you for the $20. I'd also like to thank Lincoln for the $30 over on PayPal. Thank you for the love, Lincoln. Let's get 300 Lincoln W's down below in that chat. Lincoln with the $30 says, "Is this guy real?" Yeah, unfortunately, I've met a lot of very immature little boys like him.
I'm fake.
Peter, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo. Says, "Ask this guy how many oceans there are." How many oceans are there?
700.
Yeah, exactly. Gina, thank you for the $5. She says, "Someone tell this guy's girlfriend to run." Trust me, she probably.
Man, we've been dating 2 years, almost 2. We've been dating 2 years. We live together and everything. I mean, I think it's going pretty good.
How many days are there in 2 years?
365 plus 365. That's a good question. Let me get my calculator out real quick.
Are you being fucking serious?
Yeah.
You need to use
Let
a
me get my
calculator for that?
Let me get my calculator out real quick.
You need to use a calculator for that.
Yeah, hold up. I gotta find my calculator. Where's it at? Hold up. That's not the calculator.
365 times 2. 365 is 350. Just listen.
Just
listen.
Let me get my calculator out
Just
real
listen.
quick.
365 is 350 plus 15. And if we're trying to do 365 times 2, let's just first multiply 350 times 2, that's 700. Then 15 times 2, that's 30. To get a total.
730!
Yeah.
Woo! Hold on. I was about to get to my... I can't find my calculator. Oh, wait. I don't have a calculator.
Leslie, thank you so much for the $20 over on YouTube Super Chat. Who says, Gag and Brick have a third. What a cute poly magicule. No, honestly, this guy's worse than Gag and Brick because Gag and Brick don't say that women deserve to be called B words. Thank you for the $20. I appreciate you for the love, Leslie. And then Smiles, thank you for the 20 Australian dollars over on YouTube Super Chat. Just to mute him again. Hey, speak.
That's where you...
Yeah, good boy. Thank you for the $20 just to mute him again. Your wish is my command. Thank you, Shannon, for the $5. Appreciate you so much for the love.
Dude.
Ellie,
I'd kick your ass.
Well,
I would kick your ass.
The only thing that would kick your ass would probably be a third grader's math test. So,
shit.
talking about kicking ass over here. Okay. All right. I don't know if
Anyways, can I
if that's a good topic for you to be on. No, I'm still thanking my donors. Thank you for the $5 Shannon, the $10 Ellie, who says Tyler's a prime example of why I'm happily single these days.
It's
people
probably
like
because you're a
suck. Appreciate you so
transgender.
much for the love, Ellie.
You're probably a transgender. That's why you're single.
Oh, okay. So it's wrong to be trans. Let me ask you a
Yeah,
question.
it is wrong
Are
to
you a
be
Christian?
trans.
Are you a Christian?
What?
Are you a Christian?
What's the matter to you?
Okay, so you are a Christian. Define the word man.
Why do you say I'm a Christian?
Because you said, what's it matter to you? That means yes.
That doesn't mean yes, actually.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely does. Because if you weren't a Christian, you'd just say
Look the definition up of what's it matter to you.
You're asking me why I am asking you why you're a Christian. You're asking me why that is a question that is relevant. The only individual.
What's a man? A guy with a dick and balls. Is it that confusing?
Well, that's not what you think a man is. Do you think God the Father is a man?
You don't even believe in the Lord, do you?
The Lord. There you go. Is God the Father a man?
Do you even believe in Jesus?
Yeah, I'm a big Orthodox Christian. I do. So is God the Father a man?
You are 100% going to go to hell, dude.
Well, that's also very against the scripture. I disagree with you. But is God the Father a man?
Can I finish what I've asked this past?
No, because I'm asking you this question.
Because you don't want to have that conversation. Because you don't want to have that conversation.
I'm just answering my question. Is God the Father a man?
Is he a man? Yeah.
God the Father is immaterial, so he doesn't have a dick and balls. So you could be a man without having a dick and balls.
God's not a material.
Exactly. He is immaterial. So he doesn't have a dick and balls, but he's still a man.
What?
God the Father doesn't have a dick and balls, yet you're saying God the Father's a man. So you could be a man without a dick and balls.
We'll go back to that, but I do want to ask you. This is the thing.
We'll go back to you, demon.
We will.
Gender is a social construct unrelated to a biological reality, sure.
Back to calling women bitches. I said some women need to be called bitches. I don't care you can't get canceled if you don't give a fuck. I'll tell you that. But it's like on my TikTok or Facebook.
Wow. We got a real genius on the live, guys.
A video will pop up and it's, my dog is transgender. He, she, Ziza. It is ridiculous. Your dog is transgender. Your 3-year-old is reading books about lesbian couples and transgender couples. And I mean, I remember when I was a kid, they taught us stranger danger. And now they're teaching kids in school about transgenders and pronouns. And what's that Brandon Gills guy? I think his name is. He's a congressman in Texas, I believe. Was reading out in a, what's it called? Some type of press conference, and some liberal lady, he was reading
Samuel, thank you for the $75 over on Venmo, who says bringing logic into my insane day. Thank you. Oh, Samuel, dude, thank you, brother. Please show some love to Samuel down below in that comment section for the $75. Seriously, Samuel, thank you so very, very much for your kindness. Let's get 750 Samuel W's. Can you actually thank Samuel real quick?
Who?
Samuel.
Gracias, Samuel.
Good boy. Thank you for the $75. Also, Parker, I don't see you.
Gracias.
I'm looking for you, Parker. Where are you at? As well as, let's see here, Lincoln. Thank you for the $25 over on PayPal, who says, keep on dunking on this idiot. He deserves it. Absolutely, Lincoln. Thank you for the
Idiot?
Thank you for the $2. We got to censor our words for TikTok TOS. I honestly don't know how you haven't been banned yet.
You mean idiot?
Yeah, that's a word that will get you restricted. I mean, you're going to lose your account. That's not my account, so I don't
give a shit.
But
It's
thank you for
fucking
the
TikTok.
$25, Lincoln, and the $75, Samuel. Lindsay, thank you for the $5. Callie, thank you for the $2. Kelly, thank you for the $10. Who says, can you tell Tyler that he's every woman's nightmare? You are every woman's nightmare. Thank you for the $10, Kelly. Nick, thank you for the $10. Who says, ask him if he knows what his IQ is. He doesn't even know what an IQ is. Shannon, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much for your kindness. And then Josie, thank you for the $10. Who says, Tyler doesn't let any girl finish. I don't think he could if he were to try. Thank you for the $10, Josie. Thank you so much for your kindness. Okay, so do you mind if I respond to everything that you've said up until this point, or do you have more to say?
No, I was still going until you interrupted again.
Oh yeah, my bad. Alana, thank you for the $5. Go ahead.
No, you go. You finish with your whatever.
I thanked Alana. You're good. Oh, Aaron, thank you for the 20 Canadian dollars over on YouTube Super Chat. He says, I bet he would not want to be that girl he has been with for 2 years to be called a B-word. Yeah. He obviously wouldn't want his girlfriend to be called a B-word. He wouldn't want his mother to be called a B-word. But, when it's somebody else's girlfriend, when it's somebody else's mother, apparently they deserve it. That's just kind of the natural byproduct of
No, this is where
culture.
you're going to mix words up here and you're going to mute me real quick.
I am, because I'm still talking. That is the natural byproduct of a culture that promotes masculinity to be this isolated, shielded view of narcissism and egoism, right? When we have people like Andrew Tate telling men that in order to be a real man, you have to think that you're better than everybody else alive, your ego has to be sky high, and logic, reason, and fact just simply aren't important because they don't help you further the size of your biceps. We create weak men like Tyler. And it's a terrible epidemic that I also think is onset by the second fact. The second fact would be people like Tyler have a terrible self-image. People like Tyler don't know how to cope with negative states of mind because people like Tyler don't believe in therapy, and they're also.
You ever just shut the fuck up? Holy fuck.
Well, I'm not. I'm almost about to shut the fuck up. And the way that they cope with this negative self-image of themselves is by projecting it onto the women and girls around them. So they could say, well, even though I hate myself, 50% of society at large is less valuable than I am because of what's in between their legs. Therefore, I still have some level of value. It's very immature. It's very unhealthy. It's very damaging, not just to the women, but also to yourself. This attitude is why your girlfriend is going to break up with you in the next 2 years. This attitude is why you're going to be 45 years old with a beer belly and some stubble, kicking back on a Sunday afternoon, drinking one of those beers that created said belly, asking yourself, why the hell am I so lonely? And I hate to see it, because this toxic masculine culture hurts the women and girls, but it also hurts you because this makes you unappealing to the women.
Tyler, you sound pretty emotional, man. You okay, man?
No, I'm not emotional at all. I'm just chilling.
You sound pretty sensitive.
No, not at all. I might have a beer belly when I'm older or whatever. I don't care. But at least I'm not going to have transgender children that don't know what gender they are and are emotionally unstable.
I think trans kids do know who they are, and that's why they're trans. One, two, as it relates to this, I think that what you're trying to do is
they know who they are.
No, yes,
They know who they are.
Yes, and
So
I think
they're-
you're.
I don't
think
know
you're
who
the
I
one
am, so I'm
confusing
gonna
people.
change genders. What?
No, wait, by the way, it's not that they don't know who they are, and that would be why they're quote unquote changing. One, they are that way always, and it is the case that they didn't have to change to that particularly. It's just you understanding where their gender is differently. That's all it is. Oh, what it is? What is it?
No. So a little bit ago, before this guy got too insane, I compared him to Gage and Brock. Because he was just real dumb, big Trump guy. So I texted Brock 16 minutes ago. I said, "Hey, join the live. I found you a friend." And then he responded by saying, "Who are they? Is it girl or boy?" And then I said, "Boy." And then he responded by saying, "Find me good Christian girl to talk to, please."
What? What the fuck, dude? Yo, L Brock in the comment section right now. L Brock.
Go ahead.
Yo, Tyler, do you have a response to anything we said so far? You there, Tyler?
I've been trying to speak and I can't speak at all. I get muted and you guys just interrupt every single time.
Go ahead. It's okay. You're gonna be okay.
Dude, you're a little. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, you literally got so mad you had to slur. What a fucking idiot, dude.
We're gonna find.
What an idiot.
We're gonna find Brock a good Christian girl to talk to. If you're a good Christian girl, can you hop inside of
No
the guest request?
way, Dean. You are not. Dean's dating show. Everybody, he's dropping a new speed dating show. This is Dean's speed dating. Okay.
Yeah, if you're a good Christian girl, 18 plus, a woman, please join the guest request. Let me know that you'd like to come up to speak with Brock. We'll happily get you up here. All right, we're gonna start loading.
That's crazy, bro.
In people.
No way. No way.
Hello, Rebecca. Are you a good Christian woman? Rebecca left. Rebecca.
Wait, he didn't specify whether or not they're liberal, by the way.
Oh, come on. You know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing here.
He said they have to be MAGA.
Hello, Kenzie.
Hello.
Are you
Hey.
are you a good Christian woman?
Maybe.
How old are you?
Maybe.
20.
Okay. Would you like to meet a guy by the name of Brock?
Sure.
Wait, no, hold up. What's your birth year, by the way?
November.
Birth year?
Oh, year 2005.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's up to you, Dean. I don't know.
1 second. No, I guess he's not even free. You have a good one, Kenzie. Anyway,
This is diabolical.
What I wanted to happen there was to get some like totally like lived out woman on this live, and then to bring Brock up, and to see what Brock would have to say about a totally lived out woman. But it looks like Brock's quote unquote busy stretching his muscles after going to the gym. So we'll just keep it to the debates for now. All right, for all the quote unquote good Christian women that join the queue at this point in time. Oh wait, he's actually going to be here in 3 minutes, so I might ask.
No way.
I might ask you guys to come back. In the meantime, we'll just continue the debates. We'll try to get another debate going. Might have to ask some of you guys to come back.
Steph, by the way, thank you for the $5 for Jesus and Pizzas.
I wonder if I wonder if maybe that could get him to switch sides. What's up? Do you support Trump?
I'm a good Christian trans woman. So, like, can we do something with that or what? You wanted a good Christian woman, but I'm trans. So, is that what you wanted or what?
Well, right now we're just looking for a Trump supporter to debate. Are you MAGA?
Oh, no, kick me.
All right, you take care. Moving on to the next guest, guys. Only up inside of the queue if you happen to be an American adult that supports Trump. Leslie, appreciate you for the $20 over on Super Chat. She says I'm cackling. I appreciate you for that love, Leslie. Guys, show some love to Leslie down below in that comment section while we're still looking for the next guest. Thank you so much. He says, Brock is here. He says, let me in, dude. Okay.
Stop Brock now.
Oh. Hello. There we go. Hello,
Oh, God, Brock.
Hello, Brock. So you're looking for a good Christian woman?
Yeah.
Okay, can I please have all the good Christian women hop inside of the queue? Only join if you're interested in, quickly talking to Brock. Only if you're quickly interested.
Only
in
for
talking to
I want a girlfriend, so
Okay, we'll bring up somebody.
only
that we
talk
see
to
in
me
the
if you
queue.
want to date me. So
Hello,
Hi,
Hannah.
Brock. Hi, Dean.
Age.
hello.
Age.
I'm 25. I'm 25.
Me too.
We need to confirm that very quickly.
Go ahead.
Confirmed. All right. So Brock is looking to talk to a good Christian woman.
Uh-huh.
Brock, man, the mic is yours.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you Christian?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't like that answer. I'm sorry. That was not good.
What do you
I
mean?
don't want to talk to you anymore, really. I don't. I came. Listen. You say sure. I don't know what that means. I mean, that's kind of untrustworthy. But do you support Trump? Do you support Trump?
Absolutely
she's laughing,
not.
dude.
No,
I'm
I
leaving.
don't.
This is
But hey, you
ridiculous.
know
I'm
what?
seeing you later, man.
Opposites attract, I thought.
Oh, you scared him away, Hannah.
Oh, man.
You
Maybe
know
it's
what?
me.
He was almost there. You have a good one, Hannah. You have a good one.
What is going on?
Damn, dude. I've never seen Brock get so nervous before. All right,
I could tell Brock was a bit nervous. I could just hear it.
He left. He ran. Have you guys ever seen Brock leave the live?
That's actually hilarious.
I've never seen Brock leave the live. Okay, we're gonna go back to the debates at this point in time, y'all. Only join inside of the queue if you happen to be an American adult that supports Trump as president. I don't think I've ever seen Brock leave the live like that. Y'all got him fucking nervous. Welcome in. Do you support Trump? Illinois? You got very shy. Never seen Brock so shy. Do you support Trump, Illinois? No, Illinois is not here, guys. Only up inside of the queue if you are an American adult that supports Trump as president. He's very nervous talking to women because he's never talked to a woman in his life. Moving on to the next guest right now, y'all. Moving on to the next guest right now. Only join the queue if you are an American adult that supports Donald J. Trump as president. How's your day been, Mr. Parker?
I felt like it was pretty decent. Started a little bit after like my typical time at 9 o'clock, but I feel like it was pretty chilled. Like nothing too crazy today. My Jubilee video dropped the face off.
Yeah, I started watching
nice.
it. But I started watching it, but then I had to go live. But for the little bit that I did watch, I enjoyed the layout.
Yeah, I thought it was really good, honestly. I like the layout.
Yeah.
And then I don't get all the people hating me for interrupting.
Yeah, no, for real. Like they literally can't hate on you for that because you can't do that.
Wait, why is Brock a blue pill? Why do you bring a soy latte to the stream? You should you should bring a big Christian like me.
What are the first 4 books of the New Testament?
I plead the 5th.
Oh my God, who can say where the road goes?
Why do you bring soy lattes to your stream? Bring like hard magnets.
It's actually oat milk lattes, bro.
I'm sorry.
You should stop talking. You're a fetus.
Brock Moggs.
I'm not a fetus, bro. What are you talking about?
Brock Moggs the absolute shit out of you.
How does he mog me? He was scared to talk to a girl. Like he has never seen a little, a clit in his life. Like he's a little boy.
That was like the most cringe, embarrassing thing I've ever heard you
I'm
say.
being honest. He has never seen one in real life. He has never, ate a girl out. I'm being honest.
Okay, bro. That was just such a cringe thing for you to say, bro.
Parker, I know you suck. You don't eat, okay? I understand. You should not talk, okay? Wait, why does Dean have you on a little screen? He should put you on a big screen. You guys are a cute couple.
Is this like your top? Is this your best rage bait you could find?
No, you guys are the cutest couple. I mean, I've seen videos, I've seen pictures of you guys making out in front of the White House.
Wait, you mean you created AI videos of us doing that?
What's going on with like MAGA people like creating like AI slop of us making out? It is.
Yeah, what is going on?
What's going on with Gavin Newsom creating
by the
videos
way,
about
it's not
Trump
even the
getting
first
arrested?
time MAGA's done this. Not even the first time MAGA's done this. Like, remember when we went to the White House and they literally did that? That was embarrassing, bro. It's been happening for so long.
And Sneeko was like the cuck, right? Like Harris, that's that dude's name, right?
What are you trying to do, bro?
He was like the guy. He was like.
Hey, can I ask you? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? How many continents are there?
Bro, do you think I'm
Hey,
dumb? They're
buddy,
7.
What are they?
you want to bring up MAGA? You want to bring up MAGA? I am fucking MAGA. Second off, you want to talk about how you're bigger than me? I just analyzed your profile picture. You look like you're maybe at best 5'8". I'm 6 foot. I'm 235 pounds, and
What's
I'm
your
literally
source?
like,
Trust me, bro. What are
dude,
you? Are
you
you
want
as
me?
big as
I'll
a?
DM
Are
you.
you as
I'll
big as a
DM you a
cloth,
whole
sir?
body. I'll DM you a whole photo of my body. You fucking idiot. Go look at my picture. Go look at my photo right now. Go look at my
It's
profile
AI.
picture.
I
Do
already
you
saw
want?
it, little
No, no, no.
boy.
Oh yeah, that's AI. That's how insecure you are. You gotta see a real man like me and claim it's AI because I actually have fucking muscles. I spend 3 hours in the gym every single fucking day. Sometimes
You're a little boy
multiple.
to me. I'll kiss you on your forehead, little boy.
Yeah, you don't know shit. You
I'll
don't know
kiss you on your
shit.
forehead.
You don't know shit about what a real big man is. You want
What
to
a
get me
big man. You
pissed
sound
off?
like you're
You want
60.
no,
You
no,
sound
no.
like you're
Hey,
Trump right
no
now.
more
Stop
talking.
talking to
No
me.
more speak. No
Do you
more
like little
speak.
kids?
No
Do you
more
like
speak.
19-year-olds? Do you like
No more
19-year-olds?
speak.
Why are you
Bring me a real
comparing sizes
Christian
with
woman.
me?
Bring me a real Christian woman, and I'll come back and talk. But I don't want to talk to this doofus who looks like he's maybe at best 175 pounds. Dude, I would pick you up with one hand and snap your jaw in half.
Okay,
Whoa,
Brock
Brock!
Lesnar. Okay,
Brock!
Brock Lesnar. Okay,
Brock,
Brock
that is
Lesnar.
crazy, Brock. No, we do not condone political violence, Brock. We do not condone political violence. That is crazy, Brock.
MAGA on MAGA violence. Holy cow, dude. Holy shit, man. That's wild. I mean,
That was crazy, bro.
all right, we're gonna go ahead and get that next guest loaded up into the box. Back to the debates. Okay, I'm serious this time. We're actually gonna spend the rest of the stream debating Trump supporters like we should be doing.
Kyle said best dating show on TikTok. Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah, we got a little bit too in the weeds there. We put two MAGA men together, and then less than 30 seconds later, they're threatening to unalive one another. I mean,
Yeah, dude. Actually
God.
crazy, bro.
Holy shit. Hello, David. Do you support Trump?
Of course I support Trump.
How old are you?
Of course I support Trump.
I asked you how
Yes,
old you are?
I support Trump.
And how old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
Okay, give us 1 minute. I gotta quickly.
I'm
I think that there's a connection issue. I gotta quickly run to use the restroom. Do you want to talk to David? Real quick.
For sure. Is there a connection issue?
I mean, I think
David.
that there is one, but I'll be back. You have guest control.
Yes. What's up?
And why do you support Trump?
Because well, he improved healthcare, he improved, like the industries. Basically, he improved a lot of stuff. I'm going to talk about healthcare.
Okay, can you name Trump's healthcare
For
plan?
example, well, I actually, to be honest, I don't know all the information, but I do know this. He removed the individual mandate penalty, which forced Americans to buy insurance they couldn't afford. Millions of families felt financial relief and emotionally free from government pressure.
Hey, David, he didn't get rid of that. That was the Supreme Court.
But the source basically is saying this.
The source is saying it? What source?
The source I'm actually seeing right now.
Okay, well, I just want to let you know that's just not true.
What about the fact that he increased the price transparency by requiring hospitals and insurers to reveal their real prices? Like the first time Americans could compare costs before receiving care, like something healthcare experts have demanded for years.
Emergency health? Are you talking about emergency healthcare or pre-existing health conditions?
I'm talking about price transparency. It says requiring hospital and insurers to reveal their real prices.
Oh, you're saying reveal prices. Yeah, okay, I actually support that. That's not that bad, but that's not like an overall plan for healthcare.
Okay. It also says Trump expanded telehealth availability, like especially for rural communities and veterans. Like this makes
Where are you reading this from?
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. So I'm debating ChatGPT right now.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to expand my knowledge. I'm trying to expand my own, like my own fortitude. I'm trying to debate you guys, and you guys seem to be an incredible knowledge. So I want to use to know, like, what do you think of this, like, these sources?
Yeah, so in terms of the claims of healthcare, I believe that Democrats are trying to expand access to healthcare, whereas Republicans aren't really concerned with actually getting a plan passed. For example, there was an amendment recently that Republicans voted against that would have taken the $40 billion that they're sending to Argentina and instead spending that on healthcare subsidies for Americans here in the United States. Trump claims to be America first, yet his own Republicans and his own side voted against that. Why is that the case?
Actually, I will have to research more and do actually have more knowledge on that. I will have to redo a lot of research on subjects.
Okay.
According to this source, it also says under Trump, FDA approval for generic drugs hit record levels, like lowering costs for everyday medications.
So
yeah, go ahead.
We appreciate you for
Really?
coming up, man. Just because you're literally like running arguments from ChatGPT, we're gonna move on because the way that those debates go is you read what ChatGPT tells you to read, and then when me or Parker prove you wrong, you just say exactly what you just said. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a response, so it's not really a debate. It's more so of an AI-driven interview. But thank you for coming up, man. Welcome into Sport Trump.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Give me one moment here. I got a couple people to thank here over on Venmo. Ingna, that is INGA. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate you for that love, Ingna. Show some love to Ingna down below in that chat. And then Lindsay, thank you for the $25 on Venmo. Thank you so much, dude. Lindsay with the $25 says, I love you.
Hell yeah, Lindsay.
Dude, love you too, Lindsay. Thank you for the $25. And Amanda, thank you for the $10, who says, my wife is trans. The trans agenda towards the right is pretty much leave them alone and mind your own fucking business. Dead ass, Amanda. Thank you for the $10. And Brianna, thank you for the $20 on Venmo, who says, thank you for being an advocate and a voice when others have been silenced. We're going to continue to fucking silence these fools.
Call me a fool?
Well,
Call me a fool?
I guess it's possible.
You haven't even heard me speak yet.
I that's why I said possible, not definite though.
Oh,
It was more so of like a general statement referring to like everybody that joins, most people that join. But you know, Brianna, thank you for the $20. Let's show some love to Brianna down below in that chat for the big 20. Holy
yeah, that's
fucking
a
cow.
damn.
Dead ass. As well as Mulaney, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. Then Triana, thank you for the $25 on Venmo. That is TRIANA. Triana with the $25 says, been missing y'all streams because I sold my soul to a retail job, but I missed y'all so bad. I'm glad that I finally get to caught y'all after work. Love you. Love you too, Triana. And good look at the job. Retail is definitely not that fun from my experience. Allie, thank you for the $15 who says Brock really wants you to see his body. Dude, fucking Brock, man. What a guy. What a very peculiar guy.
Gotta love Brock.
Yeah, it's peculiarity, I think is the right word. Thank you for the $15, Allie. Taylor with the 5 and Paige with the 5, and then Kelly with the 10. Oh, and Tess, thank you for the $10 as well. Who says Tyler is God's reason for chastity. Yeah, it's funny. You're right. Then over on PayPal, Casey, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much for the love, Casey. Randall with the $10, who says please don't break Gage's heart by setting up his honey with a woman. Gawk forever. Brian, thank you for the $5. Lincoln with the $5. Louisa with a $10. Appreciate you for that love, Louisa, who says, my fiance and I have been tuning in to you and Parker on YouTube daily. It's been part of our routine for over a month. Love you guys and keep up the good work. Yo, that's awesome. Shout out to Louisa as well as your fiance. That's so awesome you guys continue to tune in, and I'm happy that y'all are enjoying the stream. Then Charlie, thank you so much for the $32 over on PayPal, who says kids have always been taught about pronouns. He may not have been paying attention. He definitely wasn't paying attention in school. But I promise you his English teacher tried to teach him about pronouns. Dude, yeah, on God, dead ass. Thank you. All right, we are all caught up. If you're watching and you want to support me, you can find my Venmo, my PayPal at the top of the phone screen. Linktree in the bio, pin message over on YouTube. You could attach whatever message you want and I could read it off on live too. And I really appreciate you guys for the love and support. I have one last person to thank here. Thank you so much, Leslie, for the $50 over on YouTube Super Chat. Holy moly. Leslie with the $50 says, I'm fucking cackling, dude. Leslie, I'm happy that you enjoy the streams. That's good. Thank you so much for the $50, Leslie. You are awesome. Thank you so much. Please show some love to Leslie down below in that
Leslie,
comment
you're a
section.
sweet soul. You're a sweet soul, Leslie.
I see everybody in the TikTok comment section spamming he follows kids. Y'all already know the drill. Got the live channel open up over on Discord. If he does follow kids, feel free to drop evidence there and we'll take it from there. In the meantime, go ahead and take it away and tell us why you support Trump as president.
Well, I have a few questions. Like, I don't look into politics or whatnot. I stick to myself and everything. So I have a few questions to where you were talking to Tyler and whatnot, and you mentioned the $25,000 for new house buyers, right?
Yeah.
And you mentioned that comes from taxpayers, right?
Yeah, it does.
So then we're paying more in taxes when we're already paying, I think, is too much.
Well, actually, Kamala Harris wanted to reduce the tax burden of the middle class. So,
but how does that work whenever it's mainly the middle class buying new houses to when now we're paying more?
Well, it's just giving the subsidy to the middle class. Our government already pays out like billions and billions and billions of dollars in subsidies. right?
Right,
It's
but
just
it's
that,
helping the
they all go to
Yeah,
the top
yeah.
1% and back into the pockets of billionaires. And then the first time we see, socialism for the middle class compared to socialism for the rich, like all of a sudden it's a bad thing that we need to, stop doing. It increases the tax burden. It's really, really bad. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, Kamala Harris proposed tax cuts for the middle class, and her tax policy, including that $25,000 subsidy for first-time home buyers, was still a third as costly for our debt and the taxpayer than Donald Trump's big beautiful bill, which he signed into law on July 4th, which only benefits those making over $51,000 per year and disproportionately benefits you the more you make, giving the top 1% of around 3% back per year in taxes. So
Okay, but to the same rate, 51 grand a year is still not a whole lot of money in this day and age.
no, I agree. 51 grand a year certainly isn't a whole lot of money this day and age, but it's certainly better to help people making under $51,000 per year and people making at $51,000 per year compared to only helping those making over $51,000 per year and absolutely fucking the low class and the average American.
Right. I see where it comes from. And like I said, I don't know much about politics. I stick to myself and everything. But also the fact of where, yeah, it's coming out of our pockets, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's coming out of the rich, whatever.
Well, actually, no, it's
But
just
still-
going back into your pockets. Usually, the taxes go out of your pockets and then to Elon Musk's pocket. Okay? Now, the taxes are going out of your pocket, then back into your pocket. That's great.
I mean, it goes to the same rate. We haven't seen it. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
I'm a guy. You see it, you believe it. I have, like, she didn't win, so I wouldn't see it. But that's to where I'm saying. You say it, but you got to do it. You know what I mean?
Well, she only could have done it if she won.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. It goes to the point to where, well, here, ask me some questions. I need. You ask me something. Why I support Trump?
Sure. Why do you support Trump?
Well, one, he's got some good policies, and that's the one thing. Any president, anything ever, you know what I mean? Nobody's great. You got good and bad. You got pros and
Do
cons.
you mind if I ask you how old you are?
23.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you name a good policy?
Huh?
Can you name a good policy?
Yeah. Deporting.
Okay. What specific policy in terms of deportation, and why do you think mass deportation is good?
Well, first off, they're illegal. You know what I mean? It goes to the rate to where you come in this country, do the little bit of effort to become legal.
Them being in the country undocumented doesn't mean that he should be held accountable. Or I mean, it doesn't mean they should be held accountable. You understand that, again, there are plenty of laws in the books that are not necessarily enforced. And by the way, there's people saying he's 25. I'm confused.
But that goes both ways. There's policies for you guys that you don't enforce.
Yeah, and exactly. That's the point I'm
It's a
making. So
two-way
just
street.
because someone came to the country undocumented doesn't mean that it should be enforced or they should be deported. So name one negative impact that that undocumented immigrants coming to the country who have not committed a violent crime or bad crime have on you.
Because they're taking, it goes to the fact to where unemployment, you know what I mean?
Unemployment?
Yeah, Americans are unemployed because they don't want to work. You know what I mean? They're they're living off welfare and everything and whatnot. Go to work. Or retire, or not necessarily retirement, but injury or whatnot. I've seen people that, they say they're injured or whatnot and whatnot.
I just want to know, in order to get unemployment, you have to be looking for work, and you have to have been fired.
Yeah. But you're fired. So how
Okay.
can you file for unemployment? Like, you're fired. You did a shitty job at your work. So you
Wait. Being fired does not mean you did a shitty job. It could just mean that there's economic struggles.
But that's a different thing. I work in a construction business. People get fired and then they file for unemployment and then they get it. Well, you were fired because you're doing shitty work.
Again, you're claiming everyone who's fired does quote unquote shitty
I'm
work.
not claiming that. I'm not claiming
That's exactly what you're claiming.
I'm saying the way I've seen it. I'm not saying that's the straight line. I'm saying what I've seen.
Yeah, and again, just because you've seen something and you have an anecdote with something does not mean that that's true across the board. So I don't know what your argument is here. You're not using empirics. You're just basing it on your feelings.
Okay, but that's what a debate is. It's
Okay.
opinions. That's all it is. It's just opinions. Is it not?
What are you saying right now?
CNN and Fox News. It's all opinions. There's no fact. There's truly no facts behind it.
There are facts and there are opinions, and your opinions could be in accordance with the facts, and that's what we're telling you should base it upon.
Okay. And that's where I told you from the get-go.
I have a question. Is there anything Trump could do that would get you to stop supporting him?
There's a few things.
Such as?
He has to do them. I don't know what he would do.
Okay, if he called for the execution of if he called for the execution of some Democrats, would you still support him?
It depends on the Democrats. Like if they've done.
Yeah. I'll tell you. All they did is say that you should not follow unlawful orders. That's it.
See, in the way I see, I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican. We're all people. You know what I mean?
So then you wouldn't support him, given that he did that?
Depends on what the people did.
I just told you. All they did was say that you should not follow unlawful orders.
So what? Going over the speed limit is an unlawful order?
Dude,
No,
I'm talking about service. I'm talking about service members being told to do certain things, but it's unlawful to give that order. Like, for example, the murdering of the people off the coast of Venezuela, where absolutely there's no evidence that they had DRUGS. Their boat was completely shipwrecked. And in that circumstance, it is against international law to murder them when they have shipwrecked and they have no capacity to even make it to the United States. Plus, they weren't even headed to the United States.
No, you're right. I agree with that.
Okay, so that's an unlawful order. So the Democrats said not to follow those unlawful orders, and Trump said because of that, they're engaging in seditious behavior, and they said that's punishable by death. And he also reposted someone who said, "HANG them, George Washington would."
Yeah.
So that to me tells me he's totally okay with violence. And are you still willing to support him given that he did that?
He's got good points.
You think it's a good point to say HANG them, George Washington would? You think that's a good point?
He's a human. You know what I mean? Not everybody's perfect. Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing even presidents in the past, nobody's perfect. Yeah, he did that, but he's done other things. And where I'm saying, where I don't agree with him, which I don't know, what would you guys done? Because I'm a farmer too, and I work with cattle too. So what would you guys do with that? As a Democrat, Kamala would
farming, we wouldn't be imposing tariffs that would negatively impact your ability to sell your products.
It's not. You're imposing tariffs so we can sell more of our products.
It doesn't help you sell more of your products because
we're not getting them from Brazil.
The demand for your products goes down because countries around the world demand product in terms of agricultural goods from this country. Like, for example, there are a bunch of different corn and or actually soybean farms, like in Iowa where I grew up, that rely on selling their products to China, and we're selling significantly less beans to China now. Therefore, they're literally a bunch of farmers are going out of business or losing money. So Trump claimed that he was going to use tariff money to help them, but still has not fully done that.
Well, and I mean, I saw a video, and that's the thing. It's TikTok. You can't believe everything. But he's saying that the tariffs that he's collecting is going to him, but that's to where, I don't look at this shit. I don't see the income on it. But with cows, the cattle market is fucking insane right now. And to where, it is nice. Us ranchers are making money more than originally it's just all the producers making money. The people who buy the cows and then take them to the butcher shop or whatnot, as a general sense. To whereas now we're making money, and he does the deal. I think it's with Argentina, where he's going to buy cows from them. But it makes some sense to where, because the market had to drop. It was too high and everything. But what were you guys going to do about it?
Yeah, so in terms of different markets, again, I think that it makes it more expensive when you impose tariffs, which makes it worse off for consumers. And also even in terms of producers, because again, okay, well,
Feel free
he
to
left.
finish responding. Yeah, he's just following some kids.
I was just saying, like, we sell our goods to other countries around the world, so it harms export industries in the United States.
Yeah, he's gone. All right, Withers 2222. Their bio says Dean needs to be educated. Are you a troll or are you insane? Well, I guess we'll never know because they left. Okay. All right, moving on to the next guest. Let's go to get that next guest loaded up into the live, guys. This is probably going to be the very last guest of the evening. So make sure if you're inside of that queue that you are an American adult that supports Trump as president. Hannah, appreciate you for the $1 over on Venmo. Alyssa, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. Thank you, you two. And then Kennedy with the $2 on PayPal saying, Merry Christmas, Dean. Merry Christmas to yourself, Kennedy. Then Alicia, thank you for the $4. Casey, thank you for the $5. And Randall, thank you for the 10. Thank you guys so much for all the love. Okay. All right. Moving on to the next guest, y'all. Everyone just give us a minute to try to get the very last guest up of the night.
Alrighty. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Everyone, if you're on TikTok, tap that screen star. That was literally muscle memory. Cap, do you support Trump?
No, I appreciate it. What's up, Capri?
Yes, sir.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir. Of course.
And if you could go back in time, you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. Who would you rather vote for?
Kamala, because she's a baddie.
Okay, so you don't actually support Trump.
Yo, fuck Trump, bro.
Okay. Moving on to the next guest, guys. Give us a minute. Give us a minute to try to get that next guest loaded up and connected to the live stream. I would really appreciate that. Okay, we're going to try like a couple more guests. I did just take a look at the clock. We're actually already over 4 hours, so we could just end now. But, we'll try to get somebody up in here. Hello, Michelle. Do you support Trump?
Hi, I don't support him. I'm Harris Sisson Jr.
It's you!
With the third party.
It's you! Parker, do you know who this is?
I actually don't.
Yes.
Okay. So
anyway, I just went to the governor's mansion and stuff, and I did one video on how they call him the R word.
Okay.
I'm Harris Sisson Jr.
Okay.
Harris Sisson's my daddy.
So Parker, this person is insane. So this person's insane. It's not like a troll. So they do this, and they have been doing this for over a year. They post on TikTok maybe 10 to 15 times a day, and very frequently their posts will involve things like this.
Hey guys, it's your favorite bear. You better watch.
Was I there?
Yeah, I think that you are in one of them. Oh yeah, there you go.
I'll never let Harry take my little weekday win. Look at me, I'm making people happier.
Oh yeah, there's me doing
it's you doing the same thing.
Whoa! Inversion! Yo, it's not an inversion, inception. That's kind of crazy. But anyway, so that's what this guy does.
Yes, and then I'm gonna get this third party going with Elon Musk.
So on a real note, do you support Trump?
No, I support Elon Musk. Third party. Are you deaf, Dean?
Do you have any questions for the crazy?
Biden's.
Oh, Parker, we can't hear you.
Yeah, he's the deaf and mute.
I said, hold on. I said, out of all people, why Harry?
Why Harry? I do different. I have different people at the third party. I have Tampon Timmy, Tim Wilson. I also have you and Dean.
Okay. All right. I don't have any more questions.
Okay, have a good one.
Okay.
He's just crazy. There's nothing to him. He's just nuts. Okay. All right. Moving on to the next guest, guys. I guess I said that would be the last guest of the night, but we kind of cut him short for obvious reasons. Alana, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo. And yeah, I saw the video. I dropped it a like. Thank you for sending me that message earlier. Then Hannah, thank you for the $1 on Venmo. Hello, do you support Trump? Trump 2028? Is just not present. Okay, goodbye. Well, I'm feeling real tired, but I still gotta go to the gym tonight. Gotta work out buys and back. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Can I speak of this right here from more of an independent position?
Well, we're just kind of.
Although I do support him as a president, I do have disagreements with his policies.
I'm sorry. We are just kind of looking for people that do support Trump as president. If you said that you did, I'm sorry. I'm kind of like starting to lose my mind. I get real tired at around the 4-hour mark. We might just end. If we can't find anybody here like super duper shortly, we're probably just going to end. Okay. This will be the last guest of the night. We'll try Angie. And Angie's not here. Everybody in the comment section says we need Gawk. Okay, you guys really like how old are you?
Good night.
That's a joke. Get it? Because like the baby was like, so it was like a joke because they're like 3 weeks old. Anyways, you guys. So it looks like Gawk's a fan favorite. Gawk's a fan favorite. That's very interesting. Tom Jackson, 1979. Calm down, buddy.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Did your wife divorce you? Is that why you're angry?
Fuck you.
I'll take you that is a possibility. Okay.
MAGA.
All right. So why do you support Trump?
Because I'm not fucking gay.
Okay. So everybody that straight supports Trump?
What?
So everybody that straight supports Trump. So then why does like Grindr crash at all the RNCs?
It's fucking fake news.
Would you know because you were on it and it didn't crash?
Shut the fuck up.
Come on, that was a good one. Come on. Come on. There were you set me up. You set me up there. God, we're just gonna go to. you set.
Dean's gonna have to get off today. He's gonna have to get off. No one's coming up to debate him anymore.
Yeah. It doesn't look like we have anybody here to debate. Yeah, we may just end for the day. I think that's what we're gonna do. Hey, Parker, I appreciate you for joining me, man.
Appreciate you, man. Good seeing you.
Yeah, you have a good rest of your night, brother.
You as well.
All right, for everybody tuning in at home, unfortunately, we are going to be ending the live stream at this point in time. But we'll be back tomorrow. God damn it, dude. Whenever I try to log into Venmo, they give me like the hardest, the most difficult test to ensure that I'm a real person. I literally have to like fucking, it's crazy. It takes me like a minute to solve the CAPTCHAs. But anyways, before we hop off, I do just want to thank a couple more people. Bjorn, thank you for the 20 euros over on YouTube Super Chat. Bjorn dropped 20 euros without attaching a message. Just know that I really appreciate you for the love, Bjorn. And then Laura, dude, thank you for the $50 over on Venmo. Laura, that is so incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, Laura. Laura with a big 50 says, I have waited for you and Parker. Okay. Sorry. I'm going to read off her message, and then she made a typo. So Laura started the message that she attached to this $50 donation by saying, I've waited for you and Parker to be in love together. And that was like, what? But love meant to be live. So I'll go ahead and read it with the typo corrected. So with the typo corrected, Laura, thank you for the $50. Laura says, I've waited for you and Parker to be in a live together to send a donation because I adore you both. You are making such a huge differences in the lives of others, including my own. I can truly talk to opposing people with confidence. I hear you and I feel you. Laura, that is incredibly kind of you. I'm really happy that the lives help you out and give you confidence when engaging in these conversations. I love hearing about the impact of what we do here. It puts a genuine smile on my face. Just, hearing from all the people about, something positive that you take away from what we do here. It's awesome. But anyways, for the 9,000 people that are still hanging out with us on TikTok, I'm going to go and hop off for the day. You'll see me tomorrow. For everyone hanging out with us on YouTube, make sure you drop a like before you leave. It really does help us out. Peace and love, guys. See you tomorrow and good night. Bye-bye.